And with the touch of a button, we are actually live. Welcome to Awinch and Ozza. Hi, look, it's Christmas. I've got my jumper on because I was thinking I need to update my Christmas skin to be in line with my updated skin that Jumpy did. So I did that on Monday when it occurred to me, and I had to test it. And then I went, actually, it's kind of late enough in November. I think it's acceptable to be wearing my Christmas skin. Especially as normally when we get close to Christmas, we lose a few days just before Christmas because I often can't stream on those days. But yes, Christmas jumper is back in, and I made the things a little bit more poppy. So if I get the right angle, you can see the nose sticks out. I know, very, very poppy, and the eyes and the ends of my cuffs. On Thanksgiving, it's Thanksgiving tomorrow, I'll have you know. Not today. Today is Paintbrush's birthday. And if you know Paintbrush, be sure to send them a message and say happy birthday. I already did this morning. First, always first, of course. Welcome in, Ginger Beer Man. And thank you for the resub. Wow, 55. That's a big number. If you went back in time and spoke to me at the start of my streaming journey and said, yeah, someone will subscribe to you, and they will subscribe to you for years, my brain would go, nah, not going to happen. No, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Tomorrow is Black Friday. Today is Thanksgiving. Tomorrow is Black Friday. Oh! I thought Thanksgiving was Friday. Oh. That does make a lot more sense, though. That's why Black Friday. Why is Thanksgiving on a Thursday? That just seems weird. Yeah, it is almost. That's almost a full year. Huh? Goes up by the fire. Welcome in, Darkswolf Den. Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday, but why a Thursday? Thursdays? I suppose it means you get a bank holiday on a Thursday, and I assume Friday is a bank holiday too. Do you end up with bank holiday Thursday and Friday? I don't know. I've never been in the US during Thanksgiving. I missed out. I assume Black Friday must be a bank holiday. Otherwise, how would everyone get to the sales? Or do people take time off work in order to go? See, in Britain, we have pretty much every bank holiday is on a Monday or a Friday. It's normally the first Monday of the month or the last Friday of this period. It's very rare for it to be midweek bank holiday. So the idea of a Thursday bank holiday just baffles me. There's a child in my bed. What? I can't kill the child in bed? This seems wrong. Brit, you mean T-Land? Yes, T-Land. Where no tea is actually made. Right, I got rid of I can't kill him with the sword. Let's do the axe. Come back here, Milado. You will feel them. They're so small and hard to hit. Ah! Mistakes were made. And that's really annoying. That's really, really annoying. Ah! I'm going to put my armor on just so I get the extra slots. And he went back to the... Don't make me break another chest. There, fixed. Never again. Number of Euro bank holidays are on Thursday too. Really? Oh. I'm probably forgetting some British holidays that may fall on midweeks, but I can't think of many to be like Christmas Day and Boxing Day because it's always the 25th and 26th of December, which could be any day of the week. See, that's what you get. I don't believe Black Friday is a holiday. Oh! Yeah, that does seem odd. I would have thought you'd have Thanksgiving on a Friday then. Or however it's spelled. Hi, I know what you meant. Yeah, I'm surprised that it's not on a Friday because you'd think that people would then have a Friday off. They would go visit family and then have the weekend with them, as opposed to... Sorry, Jasmine, I just scared the cat. Only a little bit. She kind of looks offended. I didn't even sneeze at her. Sorry. Yeah, you'd think it would be on a Friday to then spend the weekend with the family. Oh, I've got work tomorrow. It's a good excuse, though. Right. I have several jobs. First job, sleep. That's why I killed the child, was so I could sleep. The US isn't big on giving workers time off, to be fair. Yes, but they could have... I mean, whether they give the Thursday off or the Friday off it's surely academic. If you have the Friday off, then that's 1 day holiday as opposed to Thursday off. So like for like. Oh, you're not going to trade with me. Right. My job is I want to fix the iron farm. It's a small task to do, and it won't take too long. What I need is a boat there. You can tell I've done this before. A boat there. Hello, Jasmine. Why did you only take 1 tick damage? Oops. I may have upset him, but I don't care. That's okay. Right. We head in here. We grab leads from this chest. No, this chest. I need that. My iron farm is not currently working. What I will probably want is I'll take the bucket. And let's grab just a stack of stone, so I've got some materials. I don't know what happened to the villagers from the iron farm. I do not care. Oh, come on! Right, that was my fault. I did catch the bit of land, but still, it's annoying. Pro tip, don't double click a boat. Just, you know, a little lesson I've learned in my many years of Minecrafting. Don't lead something, then immediately unlead it. Right, we need to get them in there. My best option is just yellowing it. I'll take that. I shall break this and this. Then if I'm clever, which I'm not, I can drag you through the gap. Just need to get elevation. That. Then they're onto the ledge. Do that. Head around, keeping close enough that you don't drag anything. Pick up the lead. Did it go through? Where's my lead? That'll break. And open. Trapdoors. Ta-da! Genius. Genius, I tell you. I'll close these two, so if an iron golem does spawn, it can't go down there. Kay, welcome in. I'm having struggles. Give me a moment. Not struggles, but times where I need to not mess it up. Ta-da! Did that. I'm still missing a lead. They shouldn't be able to summon an iron golem because there is only 2 of them. We'd do that anyway. Rockets in hand. And fail to fly through a gap. Oh, number 2, please. I only need 1 villager this time. Will I get just 1? Unlikely. We can fix that. So, step number 1. Boat on the outside. Step number 2. Boat here. Step number 3. Brick boat. Step number 4. Murder! Oh. Fixed. I only want 3 of them. And yes, I could have tried hard just to get 1, but it's a villager breeder. There'll be more. I want to fix the iron farm. It's my core source of emeralds. And as I'm trying to fill up the library, I'm using up my emeralds buying books. Let's go with this. And then you come. Same thing again. With stacking. But now this time I can do it in an even more cleverer way. If I right click on that, I can then move the boat myself. Get out. And then open. Sesame. Break boat. Close those quickly. We'll put these back in. The water we'll do now. So water goes on top. Flows over and across. Break block. Head down here. And let's just see what happens if I make them scared. I may need to wait until they've slept once. If I do need to do that, we'll close those trapdoors. If it was going to work, it would have worked immediately. As it's not working, do that, 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 and that. We leave. And we'll come back later. Oh, I'm in danger! We're okay. That was a relatively simple thing to do. As I said, I've been trading away with villagers to get books, and I've run a little bit low on emeralds. So I want to continue trading as often as possible just to recoup what I've been spending. And it's not like I haven't been spending before. I keep buying resources from villagers, so I just want to top up the coffers. 3B, don't need that. Earlier this was down to here, so I've spent, you know, 27 stacks of emeralds. I got offered Fortune 3 as a book, and I went, yeah, sure, I'll buy those. So I now have 43 Fortune 3 books. Right, job requires trip to wood farm. Sentences, slow, difficult. Some might say hard. Gonna head to the wood farm. Hey, Wolfie. Pick up a load of spruce. And then I should be good. 42. Yeah, so the library has space for 42 of each book, but I want to put one in an item frame. So there's 42 books for display and one book for an item frame. That's why. I added up and went, oh, 42, that's fantastic. And they went, oh, I need to do an extra. Right, through here, through here, through here. We have spruce. Oh yeah, I've got some. 9 stacks is more than I'll need, but sorry. 42, the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. Douglas Adams. At some point, I'll plant something in here again. The last thing I was planting in here, can I say it was a acacia? No, jungle. I did jungle last. And then I went, I've done enough jungle now. I need to do something else. Didn't pick it. So while I'm here, let's... Oh. Dark oak. 3, 6. I do not have a lot of dark oak wood, and I don't have a lot of saplings. If I take... Oh. 12, I can plant 3 trees. That'll work. And don't lose your tower. Exactly. One, 2, 3, 4. I know I should have grabbed 4 more, but 3 trees is enough for a start. And it's not why I'm here. I should probably plant them so every time I end up coming here to pick up something, there's a chance that they'll grow. Save me a little bit of bone meal. I don't think I need anything else. Hopefully it's night time by the time. Hopefully it is night by the time I get back to the house. I would like those villagers to sleep, and then I can open it up and have it working, just to confirm that everything's fine. Another thing I need to do at some point is do a resource gathering thing in the Nether. I started planning stuff out and just thinking through the things I'll want in the future. One of which was frog. Oh, hang on. I just remembered something I need to put on. There. Get all the frogs. Oh, just say all frogs. To-do list, you see. Expand river, get netherite. Chicken pit, nether roof, magma farm. The magma farm was the reason I need the frogs for that. Although it would work without the frogs. It just would be a magma farm. I want magma and frog lights. So I had the idea of copying the slime farm. And if I head on over to creative, yeah, this is what I done. I essentially copied it from the overworld to the nether. And I then multiplied it out. So you got layers. I haven't done it in the right biome. Clearly there's a section of this that's regular nether. It's supposed to be all basalt. But I multiplied it out, made sure that the gap between the layers is 3 blocks, so we don't have any ghast spawning. And then I changed out the blocks for the first layer. So essentially I just need to duplicate that down. I like the idea of having the symmetry. What are you thinking of use the frog lights for? It's more that there have been times in the past where I've wanted to use them, but I haven't been able to. They're also a very, very abundant light source. So in any world, it's useful to have light sources that are generic, even if they're hidden. And having frog lights are really a quick and easy way of getting lots of them. Your alternatives to that are end up being like glowstone, but you need either to trade with villagers or have a witch farm. Sea lanterns, guardian farm, but then guardian farm and crafting frog lights. Actually quite easy, and I would argue much prettier. So yeah, I copied my slime farm over here. I had to load up my ult just so I could load both the overworld and this. But essentially I've made it multiple layers, so I have spawning platforms and iron golem in the middle of each. And of course they're attracted to the iron golems and they jump off and fall down. At the moment there is just snow at the bottom, which is slowly killing them. Essentially I'd put frogs in there as well. So the big ones get reduced down to small, and then the frogs would come. We'd have a hopper minecart running underneath. So I want to build this at some point, but it does mean that I need to gather some resources, including blackstone. So at some point I'll do that. The other thing that I need to consider, so I used redstone lamps because I feel like they fit well in these slots. I wanted it to be black and red and kind of nethery, and mangrove worked with that. And the closest light I could think of was redstone lamps. You'll see that these ones are turned on, but that's because I summoned them in turned on. Whereas on... Hang on. This side here, I've put levers to make the lamps work, as I would have to do in survival. I have a few buckets of tadpoles for a future froglight farm, but I don't know what purpose I use them, so I've not actually started working on it. Yeah, I built a froglight farm on Ramble Life, but it was very quick and dirty. It's made out of stone. I wanted to make this pretty, because I plan to be in this world for, many, many years, and I like the idea of, 3-4 years down the line, flying to it and people go, oh, nice. The creative design you had does look nice. So it looked really nice as a slime farm, and I just went, if I can alter this somehow and swap out the blocks, it gives it a similarity whilst being different. But yeah, I ended up with redstone lamps, which does require levers or some other redstone powering. I can't do blocks of power out here because, well, then things will spawn on it. And I couldn't think of a way of hiding it particularly. Oh, I could do it. Wait a minute. You can do it on the inside. That's an idea. If I go through the glass and then go creative mode, I can just power this one. Oh no. And this one. And this one. So we'll have lots of levers on the underside. But we'll have that there anyway. The only one I'm unsure about... Oh, no, this would be fine as well. So where we have lever here, I'd probably do one there as well. So there's lots of levers to keep the lights on. But I don't mind that. And it's kind of hidden. It looks better being in here than it does being on the outside. See, when I was putting it in, I thought that none of the redstone lamps would be available here. I was thinking that this one, for example, would have a block here. It doesn't. But yeah, that's all doable. That makes it much better. So, you know, when I'm at the point of building it, I can just clone these layers down, design it. I'll probably do the section in the middle where they fall down and decorate that as well. But for now, one layer is enough to guide me as to what resources I need. I have the mangrove. It's just blackstone and tough. So at some point, I want to build this, but it's not nearby. Would the lever affect the spawn rate since they lower the space by 1 block spawning? It may do. But also, there are spaces in there that are big enough that it's fine. I think the magma cubes don't need it to be 3 blocks tall. I think it's 2 blocks, but it could be 3. Don't know. I think the ultimate thing is when I'm at the point of building it, I can put those in. Hey, Porcupine. Happy Turkey Day! I think my worst case scenario, I would make this 2 blocks thick and put redstone blocks underneath them. But to be honest, I think it would work as it is. When I get to the point of building it, I can put them in. And worst case scenario, the redstone lamps get switched out for something else.
Oh no, it's a porcupine!
Congratulations on 3rd. And thank you for doing your arrival sound. Speaking of which, I know we have people in chat that don't have arrival sounds. If you would like one, let me know. There's a thread on Discord. It's worth filling in. Please. Ooh. I would need to work out the middle bit. I'll go through here. Back. These torches here, I can't power them there because this is not a solid block. See? So I'd have to have something else in the corners, or I could just make it double thick. Hang on. If I were to just do 1 row like that, and we'll do that on diagonals as well, then that gives me the ability to do it and it still looks okay. And worst case scenario, I could do another layer inside that. I've figured it out. Put the levers on the chiseled brick. I can do, but that still doesn't help here. Or here. You're right about this, but that doesn't solve this one. But I like your thinking. I am, however, going to just try this for the diagonal here. And this. And I'm going to double it up. So we end up with a ring of chiseled and then blackstone. I know what I'm doing. I'm just trying it. I want to see how it looks. Well, that will allow me to do it. Also hides the levers. I don't think it looks terrible. Oh, I kind of like that. What are we doing? I've been distracted. What I was supposed to be doing is not here, but I was looking through my to-do list and went, I have to share what I was doing on my free time. I have done a copy of the slime farm into my nether in my creative world so I could figure out how I want to decorate it. So I copied it over, which would be the bottom layer. I then duplicated it up. We've made a smaller spawning platform for each layer so we don't have ghasts. And I've redecorated this top layer with a nether theme, so it's the same pattern, just with nether blocks instead of red and black blocks, I should say, rather than what I did for the slime farm. So that will be repeated down, and this will be a magma farm and froglight farm. And yes, I have just filled it in with tinted glass so that I can, see clearly. Hey, I only see the outline for these tinted glass. I don't see those, so it's a nicer view. But yeah, it's working. I'm happy with it. And I like your idea, Kay, about the levers. I just don't see it working on the other example. So it works on some, but not all. So I think I'm leaning towards the lip. And then we can have a lit area. It isn't technically necessary to light it. I don't think. I could be wrong. Maybe skeletons would spawn if it wasn't lit. Yeah, whatever. Not what I'm doing right now. What I'm doing right now is here. I was going down the to-do list. I got magma farm, got distracted. I added the frogs to the list. Fix iron farm. We, in theory, have done that. It is night now. So let's go test. They should be in bed. Could you run a redstone line operating all the lights are running up to waiting area? But why? What's the benefit of being able to turn it off? Right. Presume you slept. There. Ow! Where's my iron golem? There was one of them that didn't sleep. It's him. Alright, can we get the two brown coats to sleep? He's still panicked. Have you calmed down yet? No, you haven't. Because... will you ever calm down? Nope. I would like to sleep, but I can't because there's a monster nearby. Of course, there's monsters nearby. Ow! I want that! Give me that trident! I want the trident! I didn't get a trident! Kind of annoying. Right, they're not going to sleep. We'll just... I haven't fixed it. Everyone panic. There is a panic emote if you want to use it. Thank you, as you already have. I just realised that. Don't you need all of them to have trades? No, you definitely don't. I know you don't because I've done it before without the trades. But that one wasn't settling in the bed. That was the problem. To eliminate the levers. Oh. Yeah, but the redstone line is just as obstructive to the view. I don't think it helps. I'm a little bit worried about the creepers. So. Great shot, right? Oh, he despawned. That's how bad my shooting was. He just went, oh, I give up. I'm leaving. Right, you all look settled now. Let's scare you. See? Iron Golem. Fixed it! Ooh, free lunch. And I got my first Iron Golem head! That's where the lead went. Got it. Every time I've been there and seen one dying, I've thought, oh, I should kill it. And I've killed a good number of them, but I haven't had a head yet. That's my first head. And yes, this is not vanilla. It's the data pack to give me heads for mobs. And I like that. Gives me just a little thing extra that I can use. It's a, you know, fun challenge. A task, if you will. You pop in there. Iron can be thrown away. Not thrown away. Tided away. That's the wording. We have one villager head, which will probably sit in here. Yep. And the Iron Golem one goes in here. I ran out of space. What is that emo, Angelic? I like it. Lynxy. Right, stone. Stone. Look at me tidying as I go. How organised am I? And sparrows. In you pop. Now we are ready to go. Have the spruce. I must have left my ender chest at the build, hopefully. If not, I'll be flying back. I recently unloaded this iron farm. It was full of iron. There was like one slot left. I went, I'm glad I did that. Because I've been in the area for a change, that farm's been loaded. And yes, at some point I'll take the stairs out of up here, but if I do it now, I can't reach the walls as easily, so leaving it in. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So the corridors are all in. I need to do these bits, but before I do that, I want to distract myself with putting in sea lanterns. So you'll see there's deep slate here and here. This is why we gathered sea lanterns last time out. I will probably just grab my fortune pick. We do that, that, and that. We go 1, 2, 3, and we then go, wow, doesn't that look so much better? It's a fairly minor thing to do, but it does so much. I may have miscounted how many I need, though. Hopefully not, but I may have. Worst case scenario, I just go find another ocean monument and raid it. You know, as a quick task at the start of the stream. So much better. And bonus deep slate. So I want to put the sea lanterns in today, and then I want to work on the pillars. I'm not worried about the roof yet. I will get onto it, and I might even get onto it today. But it's not a must today. Today my goals are simple: wood in and lights in. Because I've put torches on all the walls, it's lit enough that I don't need to worry about doing this. I can just do it. No fear of mobs. Currently. Fortune. Silk touch is what I meant. Silk touch for the gravel. I also need to amend all these bits and this bit and this bit. But that is a problem for later. I'm doing one task at a time, and each task I complete, I can look at it and go, yeah, that looks good. I've done a good job. I believe it's tough bricks to go underneath these, but I'll need to double check. And yes, I could change it from the original design, but I really like the original design. So I'm very much inclined. Oh, I've done on that one. And that one. Or did Impish do that? Maybe it was me. What if you have 12 lists? How do you choose which task first? Whichever one I fancy. And I do have a long list of things to do. I've got a book filled with ideas and builds that I want to do at some point. Some are fleshed out, some are very light, and my order of when I do them is dictated by A, what I'm intrigued by, and B, what I need. So it was only because I started thinking about, oh, I'd like some frog lights, that I thought maybe I should do a magma farm. That'd be a good idea. And then when you go, oh, maybe if I do the magma farm, I'll design it now. And then if I'm designing it now, you know, maybe I should think about, oh, I need frogs. Yeah, frogs would be a good thing to go get. Oh, and also getting above the nether roof. That would be a good idea. The list keeps growing. Don't blame the fox. Who blamed the fox? What fox? There's a fox? Oh, that's so much better. I know I'm tooting my own horn because it's my design, but still, it does look good. I've done all the stuff around here as well. Or Impish did it and I didn't notice. Oh, I see. Blame the fox. Impish fox. Gotcha. I understand now. Toot toot. What are we tooting? How much for the 100 bits? Wow. So I've just seen in my activity feed your total of bits given to the channel so far. 2,314. Your own horn. Right. Because I was saying that I like design. And it is my design. Very proud. Right. I have probably enough sea lanterns. However, I only really accounted for the corridors, not the intersections. The intersection will need more. But I'm also happy to do that at a later point. I want to get the hallways done. I said don't blame Impish. Gotcha. I'm not. Oh. This one? This one. Oh, so we have 35 left for this swing. And then the intersections. Wither, welcome in. Whether do you fancy joining and placing some spruce? You're welcome to if you want. Boop, boop. I wasn't supposed to be doing that bit yet. Just something I wanted to do. Like that. Just popping in for a bit. Okay. Wither's got plans. Probably a bank heist or something. You know what Wither's like. We all know what Wither's like. Typical criminal. Thursday. Ah, gotcha. I forgot it was Thursday. That looks so much better. And we've still got 33. I think we're pretty good. Maybe I did add up the ones for the sections. I thought I just... afterwards I was convinced I didn't. Based on how many extras we have, I must have. Hi, Wither. Hey, Wobby! Right, for now, sea lanterns in your pot. Next off, these are going to be at least 4 tall with spruce logs. I'm confident of this, so confident I don't need to go to creative, because if I did have to go to creative, I'd have to change where my account's at, and I don't want to do that right now. For obvious reasons, I'm currently in the nether. Designing something in the nether, which I'll take screenshots of, and then I'll never need to go back to. MCA, thank you very much for the look. Eating and eating and eating some more on this particular Thursday. What are you eating? What are you eating? Brian Mighty, welcome in. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Sorry. Can't help but think of Monty Python. Let's put that up there, and then don't have to worry about it being a spawnable space. And it may look like I'm being lazy and not doing the pillars all the way to the floor. That's because the design has... I actually used light sources in these two blocks and surrounded them by trapdoors. Which I would do if I had frog lights. I don't. Really? Struggling to find an English streamer? I thought the platform was full of English streamers. Or do you mean English as in from the UK? Which would make more sense. I read that as English speaking. Which would be a silly thing. Very unlikely for you to say that. And yet, that's what my brain was expecting. But yes, I am. I am English, British, and a tea drinker. I mean, like English in general. I mean more like the new streamers with lower view counts. Hang on. Bear with. Wolfie says, well, all of the US are off having Turkey Day. Right, I mean English in general. I mean more like new streamers with a lower viewer counts. I'm not new. I've been at this for years. I'm just not massive. However, I do have an amazing community. Right, we're going to put that up there because I'm not sure how high up the spruce needs to go. And I don't want to waste it. New? I don't know either. Unless that's what you're being recommended. I mean, your Twitch recommendations will be based on what you view normally. So if you do watch newer streamers rather than older or newer, established streamers, experienced streamers, however you want to say it, then Twitch will probably recommend that to you more often than established ones. And also, what counts as lower viewers really varies from stream to stream. If you look at the average viewers in Twitch stream, I think it's along the lines of 3 or 4. I think that's the average number, but I could be wrong. At any one point, whilst there are many people streaming, the majority of the viewers are in very few of the streams. Went to Minecraft and started scrolling down to the streamers with lower viewer counts. All of them are basically Danish, Russian, etc. So what you're saying is I'm the least successful English-speaking streamer you could find right now. Gotcha. Everyone else, much more successful. Or not English. That's how I'm choosing to read it. I've also been live 45 minutes. Plus, as you say, not you say, but other people have said today, it is Thanksgiving, and a lot of my viewership tends to be American, so maybe people are having their Thanksgiving without me. Everyone goes just chatting to watch the hub. Oh, I know what you're implying. I don't think that's true. I think it varies. Everyone has different tastes. And there is enough variety in the world, and indeed on this platform, to cover most people's tastes and wishes. I happen to offer a relatively chilled Minecraft stream where we hang out. I make some progress on my builds, and everyone goes, wow, Zach, you're amazing. I said, everyone says, wow, Zach, you're amazing. That's your cue. Angelic. Oh, thought I could rely on you. So disappointing. Wow, Zach, you're amazing. Thank you. I'll let you off this time. We'll pretend, stream delay was enough of an excuse. Thank you. I'm being mean, but I'm doing it to someone that I think knows that I appreciate them. Vow with a raid. Welcome in. Hi everyone. How was the Vow stream? Anyone who doesn't know who Vow is another member of Bedrock Legends and doing a cracking job on the server. I, on the other hand, have gone, I don't know what to build right now. And I've felt inspired to build in my single player world, so we are here in my single player world. That isn't a single player world, but still, it still counts. Iris, Vow, Sky, welcome in. We are all Vow. No, only one of you is Vow. Don't confuse me. Brian says, just started a public Minecraft server. No, I'm happy playing on my server, thank you. I am partnered with Nodecraft. This world is hosted on one of their server nodes. And whilst it is a solo world in theory, it's actually what I describe as solo-ish. A lot of my fellow streamers and friends have joined me in the world and helped me with things. Ooh, snazzy Christmas jumper. Thanks! It's even I updated it this week. So this is one that I've had for many years, but I had to update it to be my amended hair. You see, my hair now has more depth and texture to it. It's grown luscious, and I had to update that. And as I was at it, I thought I'd update the sleeves and stuff, so the sleeves are a little bit more poofy. We are Legion. No, it's a different thing. Fair enough. Didn't know you had an actual server yourself. I do. I play on a number of servers, so I play on Truly Bedrock, Bedrock Legends, this world, Ramble Life. I've been very fortunate to meet a lot of talented Minecrafters and be able to spend time with them. It's very poofy. Exactly. A little bit poofy. As poofy as I can make it in Minecraft. Doesn't love a little bit of poofiness. Yep, I'm caught up. As I was saying, so anyone who's come over as part of Val's stream, welcome in. I'm Zach. I'm a variety streamer, although I do play a lot of Minecraft, and especially this month, I missed a sea lander. This month I've been feeling very inspired, and I've been working on builds in this world. To grab a sea lantern. We'll get to it. Tell you what, when we've done the last 3 sections, I'll then go and show you some of the world. In fact, let's put the arm back on. Not because I'm scared of dying, more because I need my inventory space. And if I don't put it on, so many slots are taken up. And when you're digging in Minecraft nowadays, unlike when I was young, yes, I need a rocking chair for that statement. We used to play Minecraft, you go digging, you'd get cobble, and that was it. Now we get tuff and deep slate and andesite and granite and dripstone and so many blocks. And they take up so much space. I mean, look, all I'm doing is ripping out bits, and I've ended up with all the different things. Even copper. I do feel a sneeze coming on, so I may have to mute very quickly. Nope, not happening. I've got my finger hovering on the mute button, so I can do it. What's going to happen is as soon as I give up, I'll take my finger off the button, then I'll sneeze. Iris Bear, thank you very much for the follow. What are we chewing? Get him jazz. What? I'm so confused. Nope. It's not happening. One moment. Nah, we'll just give up and see if I end up sneezing into the microphone. I can't stay all day waiting to sneeze. I have to take the risk. Might sneeze on the keyboard. It's fine. Oh, you mean Jasmine? My cat. My adorable cat. She is somewhere. Where is she? Oh, okay. She is no longer behind me. I think she's gone to spend time with Mrs. Dragon. Do you just toss your pickaxe? I did! I went to press W and Q is right next to it. And I know a lot of people have that issue and will change their throwaway key. No, Q is the right one. There are times when I want to throw things whilst walking or flying, and that's the right spot for it. Just because I was moving my hand back to the keyboard as I was doing it. It's Zach's expert derps. Hey, it's not that big a derp. I only threw it if I'd have thrown it into lava, that would be a big derp. Throwing it on the ground and go, pick it up, I suppose. Not a big derp. That's a small derp. Trust me, I know big derps. I've fallen into lava before. And thrown things into lava before. Cat tail in the face. No. You yelled at me for not saying Zach is the best, so when you went, I said chew to finish. Oh, I see. Chew. That makes sense. I'm not the brightest. It's a Thursday. I've had a week of work. Not even finished yet. Still got another day. A day of work to do with the brain not really functioning. Expert, not experts, giving proof, to be honest. Huh? Hang on. Brain not functioning! So, rather than me trying to be clever, why don't you all tell me what you've been up to? Tell me about your plans for the rest of the week. Are you enjoying Thanksgiving today? Are you not American? Or are you American and don't observe Thanksgiving? What are your plans? How's everyone looking? Because I don't know much about Thanksgiving. I'd love to learn some more about it. The fact that I've only just learnt that the Friday is not when Thanksgiving is, the Friday is just when the sales are, shows how little I know. And begs the question, does that mean everyone has to take the Friday off to go shopping on Black Friday? And do people do that? Are people going to be doing that? That was... Oh, I'm way ahead. But a week of... Wait, what was I doing? Oh. I don't need these. They can go here. This is useful, semi-useful stuff, and this can be my junk. Junk goes in here. I don't need this. It can go away. Clear off. Right. Next step. Spruce slab stairs. Trapdoors. That's the one. Planks. Yes. No, don't make the pressure plates by mistake. Trapdoors. That is a lot of wood being used. So I need to go there and there. There and there. There and there. I don't technically need to do that. I just want to. It's satisfying. Mr. Wanderer is on call, so waiting for him to be able to come home so we can go see family. Are you going to see many families? Big family gathering or small family gathering? Whenever I've had Thanksgiving described to me, I've gone, it just sounds like Christmas. Although I have enjoyed when people have told me their plans for food for Thanksgiving. It seems very eclectic and unique to each family. So whereas Christmas, you could say, what are people having? And most people would say, oh, we're having, turkey, or we're having chicken. It's kind of, that's normal. Thanksgiving seems to be quite a mix. There are people that go, yeah, we always have pizza on Thanksgiving. Oh, okay. Cases are making dinner later using roasted ducks, scalloped potatoes, pan-fried Brussels sprouts, and leek, and some fresh bread. Ooh, I love fresh bread. That's my favourite bit of that, is the fresh bread. I haven't had freshly homemade bread for a long time. Partly because we can't make regular bread. Mrs. Dragon is gluten intolerant. If she has gluten, she will feel very ill for 2 or 3 days. My parents, my brother, my grandma, and my brother's girlfriend. Have you met his girlfriend before? Or is today the day where you get to vet? Not that I want that to be the case. It's just, it is a very entertaining thing to see people for the first time meeting a family. I remember the first time I met Mrs. Dragon's family and I went, I'm nervous. This is stressful. And it was an event. I was only supposed to see like a few people, and then it ended up everyone just turning up all on the same day. I'm like, why are you all here? This is more stressful than I had planned. I thought you guys had Thanksgiving, but you ate a swan. Val, I don't think you thought that. I think you're joking, and I think that joke is fantastic. Thank you. I only wish I was drinking a sip of tea at the time I read it, because I would have spat my tea out. It's very good. Oh, that's much better. I'm really glad I added the spruce trapdoors to the design. It just adds a little bit of heftiness to the posts, and it gives me the ability to hide things if I wish. Have you seen the new pets in photos? No. In my Discord? Let me have a look. Bear with. Let me finish this section, and then I will look. Otherwise, I'll be distracted with going, and then just deciding I want more pets. There. Progress has been made. Now I can switch over. It's so fluffy! Oh. Hang on. How is that two different dogs? I think that's two. I could be wrong. Please tell. If anyone's not sure what I'm looking at, I'm looking at my Discord server. If you're not a member, go click become a member. Wolfie shared pictures of dogs. No, okay, it's one dog. Bear with. He closed it on that. Not been in Discord for ages. Need Descent net first. What? Oh dear. So this picture and this picture look different enough in colour though, and it looks more black there and more kind of brown and tan there. So it made me question, is that the same dog or two very similar dogs? Just the difference between those two. Those two pictures made me question, I think it's the same dog, but I'm not sure. The one on the couch is when we first got her. Okay. No, love me. Oh. Oh. I don't want a dog. I don't need 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 a dog. Jasmine doesn't want a dog. I don't need a dog. I have to admit, I have never had a dog. I have had a loan of a dog, in that I've looked after a dog, but I've never had one. How do you say it? I've had them on loan, not owned one. Seems like the wrong way of saying it, but you know what I mean. So we had my brother-in-law's husky Malamute for 2 and a bit weeks. He settled in quite nicely. He was a very different dog when he left to when he turned up. He was quite anxious when he turned up, and then we bonded, and he got 3 walks a day and was incredibly tiring for me. How far are you going? A few miles. How many miles? 6. Okay, a few hours later. Where are you going? Another walk. Tiring. But, I mean, husky dogs, bred to do that. They need walking a lot. But he got it. He got a lot of walking. Which he wouldn't have got at home at the time. My brother-in-law's wife was heavily pregnant, and my brother-in-law was away for a work thing. So we said, rather than you walking a dog when you're heavily pregnant, maybe we look after him for a couple of weeks. The type of dog needs a walk, or they go and say, yep. Oh, he had walks. And at the time when we looked after him, Mrs. Dragon was actually ended up under the weather. So we took on the dog, and then I was basically the sole responsibility. I had the sole responsibility of walking him and working. And so I had my long walk every morning. My lunch break was a long walk. And then my evenings were a long walk. Okay, so I used exactly 2 stacks. I'm far too lazy to ever even think of getting one. So I have said in the past, and so again, if I had a dog, the dog that would have been best suited to me before I got married would have been a Doberman. It's, but Doberman, German Shepherd, that sort of dog. Maybe Border Collie. That is my kind of dog. I like an intelligent dog that does well with training and enjoys long walks. Yeah. Doberman's my favourite type of dog. I don't think I'll ever have one now. Realistically, if we ever get a dog, it'll be a dog that suits Mrs. Dragon and me. And I know the sort of dog she doesn't want a Doberman. I don't think she ever would. It's a bit too much. So we wouldn't have one if it. Fundamentally, if you have a dog, you have to know that no matter what, that dog needs looking after, and that looking after means training and walking lots. And if for any reason I became unable to do it, that responsibility would fall on Mrs. Dragon, and that's not fair on her. It's a lot of responsibility to have such a big dog, and it's harder to get assistance with dogs like that. Pug hugs. Pug dog on the other. Hey, Pugbat. How you doing? What was I saying? Yeah, medium-sized or smaller dogs are much easier to get someone to assist with. There are a lot of people you will find in your life are willing to help walk a dog, but not a lot of people want to help walk a dog. Like a beast dog, big dog. Because it's just a lot of work, and people find it intimidating. Even with Husky Malamute that we looked after, there were people that would go, "Oh, I couldn't have that dog. He's big and scary." It's like, no, he's big. He'll lick you to death, but he's not scary. They go, "Oh yeah, but what if he decides to pull us? You know, sees a squirrel and chases after it? I'll be dragged across the floor." It's like, yes, I suppose, but you get people less willing to look after a big dog. And when you have a big dog that needs lots of exercise, that's a big ask to put on people. Like, would you mind walking the dog? Is not so much if you're walking them around the block once a day. So if you have, let's say, a Yorkshire Terrier, it's like, yep, that's kind of, most people would be willing and able to do that sort of walk. But if you hand someone, you know, a German Shepherd and say, "Would you mind walking the dog?" They go, that's a lot of walking. That's a big dog. And they tend to be a little bit more bonded with their human. So someone else walking them seems a bit bong. Just walk the dog. Okay. This may be a silly question. What kind of dog do you have? Or what dogs? You just say doggo. So dog is probably more accurate. Yeah, I can see us having more pets in the future. It's probably going to be mostly cats. And hopefully one day we can have some chickens. I'd love to have chickens. My brother had chickens, and they bring an extra something to the garden, and they enjoy being picked up and stroked and handled, and they ate all the scrap food. So it's like, yep, you peel your carrots before you make your roast. What do you do with the peeled bits of carrots? Give it to the chickens. Ocean Fiesen? Which I think I know what that is. I'm now Googling it, though. Bear with. Oh, Oh. Okay. The Bichon? However you say it. It's not what I was thinking, and however I do recognize it. I've seen the dogs before. See, I have a problem with dog breeds. My problem with dog breeds is I forget the names. I can see a dog. Sorry. Jasmine just spooked herself. I think she nearly rolled out of her box. I will remember dogs. I don't remember the names of the dog breeds. It takes me a long time of knowing one dog to then start to remember. Oh yeah, that's the. No, actually, no. I'm not even committing to that. Even when I've known a dog for a long time, I remember the dog's name. I don't remember the breed. It doesn't really matter the name of the breed. The name of the dog matters, and knowing what how best to work with that dog. I don't need to know the breed names currently. Right, that's looking tidy. Pucks. So glad I had the sea lanterns because it makes doing this much easier. And as I said earlier, I did initially have these two blocks planned out to be sea lanterns to bring light into the room. But then there were areas where it was far enough away from the post I wanted to add light. So I used sea lanterns in the floor in the central sections. And because of that, it made sense to bring them through here. And now I don't need to put the light back in here. I might do, but I don't need to. Kate says, I always find it hilarious that most of the time people are like, oh yeah, my dog is an XYZ breed, and people understand. Then we have cats and like, this is Fluff, but I found him in a dumpster. We didn't find Jasmine in a dumpster. We found Jasmine online. I mean, kids these days, they get online so early. I know I've told this story before, but there are people that may not have heard it. The story behind Jasmine is that we had elderly cats before, which have been featured on the channel and in the Discord. Our last cat to leave us was Pebbles. She was nearly 20. And she'd lived a very good long life, and it was a very quick turn from having a very healthy 20-year-old cat to having to say goodbyes to her. And when we lost her, it was a time where we went, okay, let's take the opportunity. We'll go visit some family, go do some things, stay in some hotels that we couldn't normally stay in because fundamentally we couldn't take the cat with us. And so we did that, and then I was kind of at a point where I knew we were going to have a cat, but wasn't rushed at the time. Like, yeah, at some point it'll happen. 20 years is ancient for a cat. Yep. But she was pretty damn cool and very healthy. Unfortunately, she had fluid build up on her abdomen. And it was that thing of it calmed down, but then it's gonna come back at some point, and she's uncomfortable and it's not fair, and yeah. So it was best for her to let her go. But yeah, we took advantage of it and went and visited people that we hadn't been able to for a while, and we knew we'd have another cat at some point. And we actually ended up picking her up when we weren't necessarily planning it at the start of the weekend. Bichon Frise is Oliver, and White Dog, the White Dog, and what was Zach, since you were curious. Yeah, I googled them both. Oh wait, have you? Oh, you have. Oh. Okay. I like them both. But in that picture, Sammy looks so happy. So happy. Oliver looks very chilled, relaxed. I'm sitting in my place. I'm quite happy. I'm chill. Thank you for sharing. As I was saying, we weren't planning on getting a cat when we did. We were heading to an event thing with my sister-in-law. She was doing something for her birthday, and it was a distance away from all of us. But we went and we were there early at the town that we're supposed to be visiting. And en route, Mrs. Dragon asked me, you know, when I think we'll have another cat. And I went, to be honest, I mean, I don't feel the need to have one right now. But if you know, if you're ready, I'm okay to get on board. I can be happy to get one now if you want one now. It was more of a I don't need one yet, but I'd be happy to have one. But also, if we weren't ready for another 6 months, I'd be okay with that too. Hey, Winge, welcome back. The children behaved. Oh, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. $16, 18, 20, 22. I need 22 doors. But yeah, en route we had the discussion, and then when we were at the hotel waiting for my sister-in-law, I then looked up online and found a litter of 7 kittens, and all of them looked gorgeous. All of them. I said to Mrs. Dragon, I think I found it. She went, found what? So I showed her the picture, and she went, oh, yes, please. And so we went and picked up Jasmine that day, the next day on the way home. It was en route home as well. Everything just kind of lined up, and it was perfect. And the story of when we got her, so it was a household where they had, it was Granny was living with them, and they had 2 dogs, 3 cats, and 2 kids, essentially. And the youngest of the cat was let out before it got spayed, and then had a litter of 7 kittens. So this small terraced house, which was already packed to the gills, suddenly had 7 kittens. To which they went, we can't keep these. Oh, I'm going to make a crafting table. And we went round. We were the second people to visit that day. One of them had gone already. But when we arrived, they told us to wait a moment while they secured all of the kittens. They all got corralled into the downstairs bathroom. They let us in. And as soon as the front door had shut behind us, the granny of the household then opened up the bathroom door, and all these tiny little kittens came scurrying out. And like, oh, they're all so cute. And Mrs. Dragon did ask if we were sure we only wanted one. I went, yes, we only want one. We need this one to be able to travel. 1 is enough. 2 in a backpack is kind of difficult. And I was handed Jasmine fairly early on, and she just settled down in my hand. And she was purring away, just sitting in my arms. I was like, oh, she's so cute. In the meantime, all of the other kittens were being, passed to Mrs. Dragon one at a time. She held them all, went, oh, that's very cute, stroked them all. Put this one down, pick up another one. So she was introduced to all of them, and then she looked at me and went, oh, they need to rush. They got someone else coming soon. Any ideas on which one? And I just went, I mean, I'm quite happy with this one. And I looked at the little bundle of joy in my arm and went, this one seems quite cute. And she went, oh, I didn't even realise you had one. I'm like, yeah, she's been there the whole time. And so she was the one. And the journey back, so I'd driven to pick Jasmine up. Mrs. Dragon drove us home from picking up Jasmine, and she spent the journey home quite calm in the back of the car, sitting with me. So she was in her box when she came out and arrested. Oh, I wish with a 10. Thank you for the 10 streak. So she was sitting on my lap for the car journey home, and she bonded with me. We got home, we had some fun, we played some games, introduced her to a litter tray, and like she used her litter tray, went, oh, okay, she's settling in. And after running around playing with like a fluffy thing on the end of a stick. It was a cat toy. It was one that we had. Yep, we'll play with her. And she was spooked, and she and I both laid on the sofa and we fell asleep together. She fell asleep just laying in front of me spooning, and I was just watching her, and I fell in love. Mrs. Dragon popped out to get some shopping, and I was settled with our cat. It was a good day. Right, we have done the pillars. I think I have a screenshot of what I need. I'm going to check. If I don't, we'll have to load up. Oh, I do! I do have a screenshot. That is the screenshot, so that tells me where things are needing to go. So we've got 1.5 blocks above the archway of deep slate brick. And then the slabs go at the top of that. Got it. Need a whole lot of spruce. Oh, I have the spruce. I brought some with me, which is in here. I've got at least a double chest worth more. Oh, this is... Hang on. This is the right height. I love it when I get things right. Let's do little slabs. Nope. What did I just do? Do that. So the slabs go across here. And yes, I could have used half slabs for the cobbled deep slate. I didn't want to. Not cobbled. Deep slate stone? Whatever this is called. So the cat adopted you, not the other way around. Sure. We'll go with that. This bit is going to be different. That's fine. We'll figure that out afterwards. For now, I'm doing the corridors. I'll do the junction bits afterwards. So this room, that bit, and that bit over there we can do last. Bricks. Cobbled, no, just deep slate bricks or cobbled deep slate bricks. And the other one is deep slate tiles. I forget. Realistically, I don't need to remember the name of them most of the time because I grab the block, I use it. The only time I have to remember the name is when I'm in creative and doing a fill area, then have to type it all out. I spent long enough yesterday whilst I was doing the design for the Froglight farm, remembering waxed, weathered copper blocks, whatever it was. I had to type this in and remember which variant it is. There are so many variants of copper. It makes it really difficult. But yeah, Jasmine chose me. And I am her person, as Mrs. Dragon will attest. Which is why she cuddles up with me each night. The rare occasion she cuddles up with Mrs. Dragon gives me a little bit of a squee face of, oh, she chose me! And like, she did. I'm impressed. Surprised, but impressed. Now, the block in front here, I think this gets changed out to a spruce planks. Theoretically, I could do a slab. I think I'm more inclined to do a full block, and it makes the next placement a little bit easier. It is, you know, very affluent of me to be able to throw spruce plank blocks at it rather than slabs, but realistically, we've got plenty of spruce and I don't mind farming spruce. There are other materials I would not do that for. Spruce! Yeah, give me the whole block. I'd rather take the convenience of being able to throw the whole block up than having to struggle to place a bottom slab. Deep slate bricks. Okay. I will learn eventually. Maybe today. Do whole blocks the next one, and the one after that will be top slabs. I also need to start bringing the books in. So if I ever come down here without stuff in my inventory, that's a problem. Which I shall have to resolve by remembering. I haven't done this one. I've done that one. I've done this one. And I'll slowly fill it up. I was intending to put them in alphabetical order, so I will probably need to check out the new enchantments for 1.21.11, because I think we have 2 new enchantments. No, it's definitely 1 new enchantment. I'd be surprised if it's not more than 1, but we have 1 new enchantment and it is named, so it makes sense to make a slot for it within the alphabetical confines. So if we do, Aqua Affinity, I can't think of any others that start with A, etc. We go round this way alphabetically, we'll get around to here and have some blank spaces, which is fine. Oh, next stack. Oh wow, I only have 2 stacks of slabs left, which will easily get used up. It's nice when you're working on something big enough that you don't have to worry about, I don't want to make more than I need. Maybe they decide to rename it. It's going to be a disaster. Maybe have different ways, have a different way of categories. I could do. But then I struggle with how people have categories, because there's things that go, well, how do you define that? Silk Touch is a tool enchantment, so people would put that in tool. But other things can be mending and unbreaking. Well, that's more than just tools. Don't know. I'd be more inclined to do it alphabetical and go, yep, it's mostly alphabetical, except for the last one they added, which is here. And by the time I've finished designing, building this, they may have released 1.21.11. It's due out sometime before Christmas. I mean, it's less than a month. So we'll know for sure what it's called by then. What was I opening the chest for? Oh, I need the screenshot, that was it. Oh. But I could do this while I see it. So that goes there and there. And then this would be a spruce. I know I wasn't planning on doing that, but I've done it now. And there'll be a fence post on the underside of that. Are you wanting all enchantments or just the useful ones? Oh, all of them. The idea is that I'll have 42 of them in each section plus an item frame. So we'll put item frame here. We'll have a book because I have the texture for them, and then we'll have a sign up here. So it'll be a spruce, not spruce sign. What stem sign? Do I have 6? Nope. But yeah, an item frame for each. And a sign. I could put the sign down here or up here. I haven't decided yet. Part of me wants to do the artwork up here. Figure it out. Right, what was I doing? Bear with. Let me look at my screenshot. So I need spruce. Natist? Oh, Nate still plays. Got it. Sorry, when you have usernames and it's all one word, sometimes my brain sees how things are broken up. Sometimes it doesn't. You have a question? Feel free, as long as it's within the rules. Don't know what the rules are. Look up. So this one would be block there. Then these would be here. Take this out. Go all the way across. I clicked the pass the rules, I'm sorry. Well, you can always go back, or you can roll the dice. It's up to you. But you can only roll the dice once. Most of the rules are common sense. Below the video in the section rules. Good point. They are that. Technically, I have the rules in multiple places. My brain was thinking to the when you join chat one, which is a copy paster. I'm pretty sure that's yeah. This goes all the way along this one. Thank you, Cave, for pointing that out. There are rules. Yes, I win. You followed them perfectly to the T. I mean, most of the rules I have are pretty much common sense. So it shouldn't require a lot of thought. At least I'd like to think. Let's grab these. Nate, thank you very much for the follow. That goes there. Then down here we do all this one. And then there. Wasn't planning on placing them yet, but we'll do it. Annoyingly, I can't reach, so I'm going to have to jump. That's fine. I have knees of a young man. They're not my knees, but I own them now. They're mine. If you get the jump just right, you can do double. But I'm not that good at Minecraft. Start. Continue around. I do believe there's supposed to be some lighting up at the top, but we'll figure that out later. If there is, it'll be not sea lanterns. Lanterns. Regular lanterns. Might as well set up scaffolding sections now. I may do, actually. You've got a good point. And realistically, if I do it top, I do it from here. I do have... No. Sure. We use copper deep tape. If I go... Oh, what? 2, 3, 4? Tempted to go 1 down from this. Let's look at the screenshot again. So we've got slabs here. Like that. Do this side and we can even it up. Yep, and then this bit would be full block there, slab there. So this is enough to reach it all quite easily, actually. Brick is not scaffolding. I mean, anything is scaffolding if you use it as scaffolding. I have a question about recommendations on what I can do to grow from Minecraft, because I've been... So a lot of people would say that, and I'd be inclined to agree, that seems a little bit self-promoty. And I would advise you against using it in other streams, generally. I will answer your question, but I would ask that you take heed to the advice. Take heed, you know what I mean. Take note of my little bit of advice. Dead by Daylight for the past 7 years, switching out my games, and wanted to just ask for some recommendations. If you can give any, please don't bear. So, as with all things, I don't think the success in streaming is so much down to what you're streaming, it's how you're streaming. And obviously there'll be some things that will attract more of an audience than others. And I know that I could do more to attract people. I like Dirk on Netherrack as scaffolding. Oh, I prefer Netherrack. I just don't have Netherrack with me. And, you know, Kay said I had to do scaffolding, so here I am, doing as I'm told. For once. Yeah, that'll do. Have I missed anything? No, I think I've got up. I was actually doing the... you know, let's just do the digging out. That will need to be dealt with, but for now, only one from here. This is relatively simple, and I can do the first section. I've been very fortunate to have a community, and I am by no means a large streamer. I know in the grand scheme of things, I'm a small fish, but I enjoy what I do, and I could change things up to try and be more successful, but it's not what I stream for. I stream for me and what brings me joy, and being able to bring joy to others, and I think being a more niche, smaller streamer suits me better. Is what makes me happy. I've just been streaming on TT and Twitch. TikTok, right. And switched to Minecraft for a while and can't seem to understand why or how to gain viewers due to new area of streaming and stuff. I'm not trying to self-promote. I do apologize. No, I'm answering the question and we are having the discussion. That's fine. At this point, the can is open. We're doing it. I've had most of my success from networking, and not by design. There are people, and I know people that network intentionally, as in do it as a way to try and gain viewership, and it works very well for some. For others, it provides very little benefit and little growth. I have networked, but it's not been in order to gain viewers. It's been because I've enjoyed spending time in other people's streams, and then at some point they've figured it out, or someone raids me and they go, "Oh, that's it." It kind of happens, but it happens organically. One of the first things I did on Twitch, so I never intended to start streaming on Twitch. In fact, I never planned on streaming. My content creation journey started off with making YouTube videos because I had some builds that I was proud of and I thought were good, and I wanted to share them with people. And because I was on a public server, it's not possible to just invite everyone round. There was no teleport command. It was just you either give people coordinates or you don't. And there were people that I might want to see what I've done, but might not necessarily want to invite over. And even if you invited someone over in an open server like I was on, they might be 100,000 blocks away. So getting there is difficult. So my first videos were just a way of me recording the things that I'd built and achieved so I could share them with other people on the server and go, look, this is what I've been up to this week. And they go, oh, cool. Wasn't from any intention of becoming a content creator. It was just intention of documenting what I'd done and being able to share it with people. And from that, I ended up making YouTube videos for the same sort of reasons. I just show people what I was working on rather than just showcases. And then it grew from there. I ended up getting invited to Livecraft. Livecraft is... Hang on, do I have a button for Livecraft? I do. Livecraft was. Now, Ramble Life instead of Livecraft, but similar sort of thing. Full of content creators, and some of which were streaming. And there was early on in my journey on Livecraft, they were doing a stream weekend, and Ozza, who's a member of my community still to this day, was one of the members on Livecraft, but wasn't sure if he was going to be able to stream for that weekend. So I kind of volunteered to potentially take a slot if he wasn't up to it, and then I figured I'd best get ready to stream. And as it turned out, he was able to stream, and that was on the 31st of October. It was a Halloween stream weekend thing. So as I wasn't needed, but I'd done all the setup, I went, oh, I'll stream on the 1st. So I streamed on the 1st of November 2019. And because I gained friends online, they kind of came and hung out. There's people in my community, like Shazes, who has been incredibly helpful. So if you ever see a bit donation, you'll see the animations for those. They were actually done by Shazes. The friend from Vanilla High who...
Oh, for the sake of moments.
Because we knew each other and were friends on Vanilla High, when I started streaming, he came over and hung out. And that was a viewer. And there were more people that did that. And then I spent time on Twitch looking at other streamers, trying to work out what I want to do and what I don't. Kay says networking is being likable to others in your desired field so you can get nepotism kickbacks. Yes, that's what it is. Or it can be. I networked because I wanted to hang out with people. But one of the first communities I found on Twitch was Tabs. Tab Twice. Very, very talented, lovely streamer. Hang on, can I reach this? Oh, I can. Talented streamer that I began watching because I went, this is a Minecraft streamer. What do they do? How do they do it so that I can refine what I did on the platform? I could have left without the scaffolding. K, too early. Welcome, India. I did notice the arrival sound. I was just mid-rant. But because I was in Tab Stream and I got to know the community, and I never promoted myself there. It was only a few months later. I was a mod for Tab already, and she realised that I streamed and then raided me. And then loads of people from Tab's community discovered that I streamed and then hung out. And there are still many people from those circles that join my streams today. I want to go to the other side. Rant away. Okay. I don't need your permission. Thankfully. Yeah, so even people we've had in chat today. I mean, Pugman, I think you were a Tab viewer before you came here. I don't know if Pug is now lurking or still active, but I'm pretty sure I saw Pug in Tab's chat way before ever joining my chat. Thinking who else there would have been that we've had today. I mean, Bobo came in with part of Tabs. I think Awinch did. Pretty sure. I could be wrong. But yeah, there's a load of people in the community that came over as part of that. And then I spent time watching Wells Night streams and became friends with Scout and Shay, and they both became mods for me. They used to they modded for Wells, and when I needed help, they helped. And yeah, you kind of grow a presence. You can grow quick or you can grow slowly. I think my growth was relatively slow, but also relatively stable for it. I have no idea how I found you. Can't remember. Really? Oh. Hey, Winch, did you watch Tab twice before you watched me? Sure. I did not. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Appears I'm wrong about something. I don't like this. It seems unnatural. Right, we do slab, block. See? Tidy. I think he might have been in my recommended. Wow. I was very, very lucky then. And there have been people that have come in by being recommended. Although recommendations can happen just because you have shared interests or viewership. Gio says, I don't know if I found you through Tab. I feel bad that I can't remember. I did think you did. But also, could be wrong. It all becomes a bit of a blur. It looks very dark up there. Any creepers? I'm unlikely to uncover this bit again, so it makes sense to light it while I see it. And I have torches. I can do this. Do I have enough torches? I don't know. It depends on how big the cave is. I'm going to go with not enough. I've been here before, so this clearly connects with the other bit, but I hadn't found that little entrance. Exit. Whatever you call it. Some other recommendations that people have said was try a clip every moment. That is a clip or whatever and post it TikTok and YouTube Shorts. It certainly can help. There's a lot of things that can help boost discovery. I'm more aware of methods than I am willing to use. For example, even just doing things like having a monthly goal where you go, yep, if we hit this goal, we have this event. Or rewards for people, or penalties. They all help with viewer engagement and hype. Right, where was I? So I've done that. That's the home section. I haven't done this bit yet, so let's jump up here. I can do this. Yeah, look at me go! I'm good at this Minecrafting. Oh, so the middle section needs to be one higher. Because that's a full block. Okay, the deep slate mining speed is slow enough. I don't need to worry about breaking the second block. I'm so used to having insta-mine. Everyone says I watched Tears and only hear him out more or less. Then when I expand, I somehow found this place. Yeah, see, you've been around since before I think I had anything in common with Tiz. Although saying that, Tiz does happen to use a particular person for artwork that you may know by the name of Jumpy Spider Lady. I'm going to press the button because I can. Jumpy does amazing emotes. Speaking of which, we have a new emote, by the way, people, in case anyone hasn't looked. That could help since it brings eyeballs to you. It certainly can, Kay. I know that was in response to the YouTube Shorts. I have no regret. Aww, Geo. Right, I need planks. Slabs, that's the word. I'm going to need to make a load of sea lanterns. Whatever they're called. All sea lanterns? Yeah. I'll figure it out. That's the one, Geo. Thank you. Hey, we found it too. So I've had a love emote on my ideas list for a long time. And for a while, whenever I've felt the urge to go, I need a new emote, other things have trumped it, so it's fallen down the list multiple times. Because the way I see it, the love and the hug emote have a bit of overlap. So there was less kind of need for it. I was going, yeah, the boot one sounds fun. I like the idea of having a boot one because people can use it when they talk about Jasmine. Appreciate you giving me recommendations and not just ignoring like most people. I mean, hey, it's in my interest too. By me talking to you, I get one extra viewer. That one extra viewer, do you know how far that runs me up in the listings? Quite a long way. I think this is a slab, but I'm not entirely sure. And to be honest, I'm not that bothered. I'll figure out this bit when I do this bit. In the meantime, let's continue with digging up. I have to say, this section, ignoring the cobbled stuff in the middle, looking pretty good. I'm just reading through chat, making sure I haven't missed anything, because I'm digging and then looking at your chat. It's very easy to miss one message, so I'd like to reread and I go, oh, miss, just scroll through. Thank you for the help. I'm going to stick around. You seem very cool. Oh, thanks. Oh, that's really nice of you. Aww. How dare you talk to me? Oh, what are you building? This is my area I want to store all the books. So we are on my solo-ish world. I'll do a quick fly around because I know we have a number of people in chat that may be watching and are not necessarily familiar with what this is. Fly out. Let's fly out the hole. Ah, perfect flight. No issues at all. So this is my solo-ish world, and I plan on being in it for a good while. One of the main builds I want to do is a town square with shops. This came about because I wanted to build a world with things that were separated out a little bit to give me an opportunity and a reason to go explore and do things. So, for example, a long way that way, we have my tree farm. It gives me a reason to go, I want logs. I will go on a trip to get logs from the storage for it. And some things I want to build centrally, some things I want to build remotely. It just gives me a reason to live in the world. Otherwise, I could quite easily set up all of my, all the farms underground and live in a hole. I want an excuse to go traveling from place to place and having different things. It also allows me to do different styles if I wish. So, like the town square, the slime farm I built doesn't fit into that style at all, and it never would. And that's fine. By having things spread out, it gives me the opportunity of having different styles. So, log cabin. At the bottom of the stairs for the log cabin, we have a farm. Well, several farms. We have the bamboo farm, which is missing a piece of glass because I broke it with the wrong pick. With a flying machine that chops the bamboo, picks it up, puts it in storage, and yeah, this is the wood storage. Logs here. So earlier, someone was saying about needing lots of spruce. Spruce. The reason this is slowly filling in is because I grabbed like 9 stacks earlier, and so the rest is feeding in from the silos. It's down to single hopper speed, so it's slow to fill up, but it's there. Bamboo farm with flying machine. All the items get picked up by hopper mine carts, thrown into an item stream, and head over here. But this is just a side project. Partly because I needed lots of wood. Bring books down with you. Friendly reminder. Thanks, Awidge. Good reminder. Then we have this, which is my tree growing area. Hopper minecart runs underneath. This is, again, relatively recent. I haven't decorated it fully, but it's functioning. So any items get picked up, and if I pick them up, I put them in the barrel. They get thrown off into an item stream, run over, get sorted through the logs over there, and if they're not logs, they end up over here, and then sourced into one of these chests. So it allows me to just collect everything I want. But yeah, this is a side project, and it gives me a reason to come over here. I'm going to take the trip back via the nether, though. Because I can. My nether has not really been thought about too much. I have ideas, but did you capitalize on the go-kart idea? Go-kart idea? Please tell. Redstone guy for sure. I could never understand how to do that. I mean, none of what I've done is particularly complicated. And it's all just components. I'm not particularly good at redstone. There are bits that I manage, but I'm not great at. We are going to throw these in here. I'm going to grab bamboo. Go. Bamboo blanks. 2 lots of those. And no, not that. Hang on, like that. Like that. Like that. And I know I could do... Nope. That'll work. I didn't want to use any of the spruce. Better do redstone? try it. I mean, I'm very aware that I have some abilities in Minecraft, but I'm also very limited. And I'm trying to fix that. You said you would never take your insert friend or relative here. Right. You start small and then you follow some tutorials and you learn bit by bit. Yep. And I'm, again, not particularly good at it, but I manage for some bits. Let's throw this stuff sorted later. Do not need this, this, or this. I do, however, want some item frames. I can do that. Fine. Do glow item frames. I'll need to get more glow ink sack. Well, glow sack. Yeah, glow ink sacks. But that'll be later. I need some sticks. Right, I want more sticks than that. Sure, that'll work. Oh, there's the recipe. I think that was all I need. See. To be fair, not everyone needs to do redstone. You can do cool builds without redstone. Oh, absolutely. But I am actually more comfortable doing redstone bits than I am doing a lot of builds. We are going to take this and that. As I say, building things in different places gives me an excuse to move around. One of the few bits of redstone that I've done in this world, I haven't done a lot, revolves around the bank cause, who is actually Geo's husband. Helped me with designing the redstone for the bank. Hey Hoti! This is a wishing well. I'm going to put myself into spectator mode so I can show. We have a wishing well where we throw diamonds in and they get sucked down by magma blocks. Hopper minecart's running underneath, spits out any items it picks up into the hopper chain. If it's a diamond, it gets pulled through the filter, and then the filter sends it to a dispenser that's spat out over that way. If it isn't, it gets returned, so it goes over here into the dropper, gets spat out, and goes to the ground. So if I throw a diamond in, it goes to the bank. If I throw anything else in, it gets returned. But all of these are very simple bits, and it's all about the simple bits adding together, and once you have a grasp of the simple bits, it kind of makes sense. So even one of the most simple bits of redstone that you can use, hey Leo, how you doing here? The dropper, this is dropping into a 3x3 solid. This is glass in here, which is why it looks clear. It's actually glass there. But this is powered by a very simple bit of redstone circuitry, a comparator. So the comparator reads the signal if it has items in the dispenser. So if it has items in, it sends a signal out. This redstone dust lights up, which then powers this comparator, which sends a signal into the side. And it loops around all the time. There's a thing in there. I'm not going to go into the exact details, but it's a very simple bit of redstone. Once you learn that, you use it in multiple places, and you kind of have an understanding of it. Same with an etho hopper clock. So this over here, when it's enabled, it'll just spit the redstone block back and forth. It's a simple thing, but I've used it to add a delay to my diamond dispensing for the whirl. And all those bits kind of add up. Right, back to the surface. Difficult to show that in survival. Handy being able to do that. But yeah, the diamonds get sent to the bank. We have a redstone ball at the back, which counts up the diamonds in the vault. It's a channel point redemption. It's like 10,000 channel points, and then a diamond goes in. Currently, 21 diamonds. Diamond comes in from the fountain across here, triggers a tripwire, plays a musical thing, and increases the number by 1. No big deal. It's all simple stuff. Actually, it does sound quite complicated, but it's all simple things added together. Anyway, what was I doing? We're going underground. There are plans for this world for this area, that area, back there, over there, over there, over there. But I wanted to go underground because I need to build my storage for where I put all my books. Hence this tunnel, which is far from complete, but the middle bit is so it makes it easier for me to reach and place all the tuff on the walls. Ow. See, I can reach. Right. We are putting... Let's go with the barrel, actually. I made all of the chests, and now I'm going to put barrels in. Too hot. I'm keeping that. Item frame, regular, and we'll put one book on the front. You may notice that we have a different texture on the book. I have a data pack that just runs client side, and it puts a texture for the different book enchantments. So those are my fortune books. That's ready to go in. Right. Stuff and things. Sticks, while I remember. Oh, I need some feedback, if you don't mind. So, on each of these sections, we're going to be storing... Do that first, then I'll get the right size. So we're having one section per book. So, Aqua Affinity, Breach, etc., etc. Do you like the books? It's something I think Mojang should add. It doesn't break anything. It just adds a little bit more legibility to what it is. You can look at a chest and go, oh, that's this book. But yeah, so I'm doing one section per book. I don't want to keep all of the villagers. I want to just have bookshelves full of each. Because realistically, if I get an Aqua Affinity villager and I fill up these chiseled bookcases, that's 42 books, plus I'm going to put one in an item frame. So I've got the visual representation as well as the sign. I need to decide where the sign's going and where the item room's going. I'm thinking the book goes in the item room there and the sign goes underneath. But it could equally be the other way around. I think that looks better. I think. I'm not deciding which one's going where yet because I need to make a list and I'd like to do it alphabetically for all of the ones we have confirmed for 1.21.11. And then I'll start migrating the books in. So that'll probably be a future stream when I've made a list. For now, just placing these because I've made the signs. I might as well put them down and save my inventory space. Of course, welcome in. Were your ears burning? I just mention you, that's all. I can fit. So I need to make an effort to get more glow ink sacks. I do have an area in the cave not too far from where my storage is that's quite easy to farm glow ink. I might do a little trip down there and see how many I can get. But we are doing this section with spruce slabs. Pick. This whole bit comes out and then one higher in the middle. Yeah. So more diggy hole time. How was cause? Did you help with the kids or have you left Geo to it? Just curious. Geo left in order to put kids to bed. Well, bedtime stuff. Technically, I suppose that means can be prepped for bed. Bath or shower. But based on it being nearly 8 o'clock, I'm guessing she's doing the bedtime stuff now. I've just in from Dad Taxi. Oh, gotcha. I understand now. Took me a moment. There was a got in there somewhere, but it escaped. I think it was silent. Some things don't need to be said. Some things just no. Considering before I started this build, I dug a hole just in order to get deep slate. And now I've been digging out the tunnel. I've got plenty. does make me question whether I should have just dug this first. Let's pick up all the blocks before they despawn. And then I can place the spruce. Whoa! Thank you! Thank you, Cause. Shouldn't make me jump. Shouldn't have. Yeah! Skills! Love being able to jump up like that. This build is coming along so well. I'm so happy. I'll probably need to design something for this, or as an end cap that's not too complicated, but also not too flat. Don't want it just to be deep slate tiles. I probably want something textured and interesting. Lee says, yeah, I've definitely chosen the order of projects for the sake of materials before. Hey, I do that all the time. I'm just thinking through this world and how I stopped building the bamboo farm. Sorry, no, I stopped building... Yeah, I stopped building my bamboo farm because I realised I needed slime blocks, so I built a slime farm that was quite massive. Only Dylan, never only, always the fantastic Dylan. We have to change your name. Welcome in. B Silver B. Hi, everyone. And... I don't know how to say it. Please advise me. How should I read it? My brain goes, nope. And whilst you're telling me that, I can sip my tea. That's right. You come in to just enjoy hearing me gulp. I made this tea over 2 hours ago and I haven't touched it yet. Which is particularly problematic when not that long ago I was ill and it took me a while to get back to being able to stream for 3 hours before being in pain. My throat was hurting after like 2 hours and I had to push past. Of course, this same just built a wood farm so I can make chests for shulkers for the shulker farm storage, which will supply the shulker load to the other farms. Welcome in, everyone. If you are not familiar with Dylan, please click on the name and give a follow. When they're next live, you can tune in and see what you think. They're pretty cool. They were playing Minecraft today. I know this. I think I'm pretty sure I saw you playing Minecraft. I was doing other things at the time. I opened up a tab. I don't think I actually looked. I was busy. Oh, speaking of which, back in a moment. I need to press a button. And back, sorry. I recently treated myself, I say recently, last weekend I got my new 3D printer and I am printing stuff for Mrs. Dragon at the moment. I forgot I need to do an extra one. It's character tokens for a game that she's designing for friends. I did 3D modelling, I'm very proud of myself. I bring you a few chat friends! Yes, I bungled my way to a roof portal in Java Minecraft today. Well done. It was something I was thinking about earlier today. Was it yesterday? Might have been yesterday. Ah! I fell! I'm okay. Now, I can reach those, which means we do not need this scaffolding anymore. Yeah, so it was either yesterday or today, I can't remember, designing my future froglight farm and how I want it above the nether roof. Right, that's where we came from. We've done that section, we've done that section, we've done the first section. Continuing. Do that. That gives me an easy way up. And the ability to dig and place blocks. well done on getting to the roof. What? Out of a curiosity, why did you want to be on the roof? Are you planning a farm design up there, or are you just using it for fast travel? I know most people go to the roof of the Nether for farms because ultimately it's so much quicker to use a space that's already empty than it is to make an empty space in the Nether. Removing the Nether is very difficult and annoying, and I have done it. And I'm assuming at the time it was because we couldn't go to the Nether roof, but I'm not sure whether that was a rule thing or whether that was an inability to do it. I'm playing on a single an SMP, and we put our travel portals up there. Fantastic! It's Luzloy. How was the artwork? I tuned in. Your artwork look amazing. I mean, it always does, but you had I'm going to describe it as a ginger cat with flowers and jewelry. It looked fantastic. Thank you. Wait, first time? Hey, Sloy. Actually finished that drawing already. I saw that's what was open on the screen, and it looked fantastic. Welcome in. Thank you very much for reading over. And the follow. Now I feel guilty not following you. I may have already followed you. No, I have followed you. Of course I have. How else would I have known that you were already streaming? Shh. Proceeded to finish that castle I've been planning in creative. Ah, yes, I did see that. I forgot about that. I did poke open that tab again. I saw the castle. That was massive. You know that cat, do I? Maybe think of DC. Or is it Geo's cat? Ginger cat. Geo has a ginger menace. It's literally DC. That's cool. Okay. See, I looked at it and thought it looked like DC, but I didn't know if DC even knew you. Doesn't surprise me that she does, but it wasn't guaranteed. Also, if you hear any noise in the background, it's fine. It's just my 3D printer doing calibrations. It's fine. There, looking good. I'm also really looking forward to playing on TB this weekend. I tried to play on TB at the weekend, and I had issues where Bedrock kept crashing. So I gave up. But I persisted for a while before I gave up. I think I got Minecraft. I didn't disconnect. Minecraft crashed completely. And all I could do was connect to the server. I sat perfectly still, thinking I'll let everything load and cache. I don't want to push anything. I will wait patiently until everything's loaded. Right, everything's loaded. And I did the slightest turn like that, and the game went, nope, and crashed. I was like, oh. Nice total. Thanks! Look, I put the sea lanterns in. The ones that we got last stream. See what it looks like. I did a dad joke, and I'm very proud of it. Oh, we got plenty of spruce. Yeah, I was keen to do some Java today and tomorrow because I will be streaming Saturday and Sunday. Unfortunately, I've had to book up all my time outside of my stream slots, though. I was hoping that I could jump in on a couple other streams, partly to annoy Liara, but you know. Is it working again? It was working yesterday? I think it may have just been resolved by a restart. Don't know what the cause was, but yeah, Bedrock was crashing pretty much immediately. I think I got on for like 10 seconds at a time, and then just gave up. Nope, I don't need to do it that much. I'll stream another day. And realistically, I have enough things to do in this world. I wasn't struggling to find something, so not long after going, oh, okay, maybe it isn't meant to be. I'll pop on here, and then I saw a long list of things to be done. I should introduce myself properly, because there are a lot of people that came over as part of the raid. So, hi, I'm Zach. Just in case you didn't already know. It's kind of obvious from the name above the store door, but I'm a Minecraft streamer who does variety. However, this month has been pretty much exclusively Minecraft. I think I had one other stream this month other than Minecraft. Just because I've been feeling especially interested and inspired. I keep having projects where I go, yeah, I want to do that, and everything else goes, yeah, I don't need to do that right now. We are currently on Dragon's Lair. It's my solo-ish world. And the reason I wanted to have this world is because, well, it goes as long as I want it to go, and it allows me to pace myself and pick on larger projects without having to worry about season deadlines. I started it not that long before getting invited to TB, but already had massive ideas I wanted to work on, which I'll show you some of them in a bit. Although we had a raid not long before Lair raided in, where I showed people around, so I want to do it straight away. Because those people that came over as the earliest raid will get double viewership of it. And then I get less done, which is also important. Right, spruce. I have some of that. Anyone who plays Minecraft is aware that you kind of get used to enchantments. When you have them long enough, just kind of expect them to be there. Even simple things like efficiency. Like when you start a new word, you go, oh, this is painful. Really painful. I haven't got an efficiency 5 pick. Or you start doing a big dig and don't have a haste beacon. When I started this world, one of the things I missed the most was Swift Sneak. Not that long ago, if you'd have told me that about Swift Sneak, what it would do, I would have gone, yeah, I don't think I'll ever be that bothered about it. I don't do that much crouching and walking around. I'll do. I do when I have to do this and I just walk along a little plank. Swift Sneak, life-changing. Guess I can't watch stream used up all my data. Oh, I'm sorry, Sharkana. Thank you for being here. I don't know if you can still hear me or not. I'm still saying thank you. We're going to throw the random junk in here to be sorted by Future Zach. We don't like him. He can suffer. And we'll grab more spruce to make some slabs. I don't know how many I want, and I don't want to make too many. So we'll do that. We'll take extra stack of logs and crafting table with me. Bron, welcome in. It's always a pleasure. How you doing? Done that one? I've done that one. And I'll also got this one. Hey, look at that skillful jump. I made it in one. Somehow. Will it ever catch up? Sorry. Will it ever catch up? I hope so. Oh, struggling with streaming. Buffering. Gotcha. Fortunately. Something I couldn't do much about. Hopefully it does. If not, VODs are always available later. Alright, so that's... Oh, I was supposed to... I did digging. I was supposed to put scaffolding over here. I say scaffolding. Deep slate blocks, which I was using as scaffolding. It counts. But this all needs digging out anyway. And it's as far as I can reach. Digging projects like this, I always appreciate when the height that I'm digging to is exactly as far as I can reach. I don't then have to worry about it. I can just slowly walk, move around, and look at chat. Can't watch VODs. I'm wanting to have a smirky comment there, and I can't. And there, and there. Hey, Winge, you do snarky comments. Occasionally. And when I say occasionally, I mean occasionally. It depends on what you enjoy personally, and also I think you can enjoy different aspects. So there are sometimes I really enjoy watching VODs more than streams, because if I'm not able to interact anyway, I might as well watch it as a VOD, and then I can pause if I wish. So as someone who is very fortunate to be able to work and have a stream open in the background, I'm self-employed, so I work from my own office, and no one tells me what to do except Mrs. Dragon. She tells me what to do. But other than Mrs. Dragon, I'm my own boss. So having the ability to have a stream open is really nice, and I do enjoy that. But often, I cannot bring myself to interact with chat and the streamer, because realistically, I might get called away. I might not be able to hear a response. So if I say something in, let's say, yeah, I spend a fair bit of time in Geo streams. Sometimes I'm active chatting, and other times I'm just watching. But if I say something and then, you know, a work call happens and I get called away, the phone rings, then I might be leaving people on red, I suppose. And I don't want to do that. It feels wrong to be part of chat and then get distracted and pulled away. So I will often lurk and watch Geo streams. I'll take that one out. Sometimes I am active in chat and sometimes I'm just watching. Depends on what commitments I have. And you can also speed up a VOD. Good point, although I don't tend to. It has happened, but only when I'm trying to catch up on something specific. And normally it's for brief periods of a VOD. I tend to watch VODs in at standard speed, but have it on, you know, second monitor stuff, or third monitor technically. My work ends up taking 2 monitors. Right. That is kind of done. I will need to put chains on the ceiling and hang the soul lanterns from them, but I don't have them right now, so they can be done later, and I can jump for those. The chain placement is the only one I need to jump to reach, and then the other one's easier to do. If it's in reach, you can place it on the end of the chain, even if it's a small hitbox. There are some I do, but usually on 1.25 speed when I need to. Okay. Yeah. I can see the value in it. But because I'm already splitting my focus, I tend to have it on standard speed, and I haven't got that much content I need to consume like that. Alright, that's done. Looking good. Far from finished, but looking good. I'm keen to take out this deep slate from the middle, because having it there does break up the build quite a lot. Now, the next thing I probably want to work on is the ceiling for the junctions. So I'll take out this couple of deep slates so it's not floating. And then I think I have a screenshot of it already. If not, I can probably figure it out. And then with those sections done, I can do the flooring more happily. Oop. There's no reason that the ceiling needs to be done first, I just want to. It kind of connects those, whereas these are separated by a line in the sand. Look, see? Line, sand. Yeah, a lot of streamers I tend to watch on Twitch, but I do watch, I do often find myself watching Tango streams on VOD as a second monitor sort of thing. This one needs doing that one. So we've got 3 areas. Let's put me out of full screen. Give me a second. I think I have everything I need. Ooh, I do. So let's grab more of those. More spruce. Not a lot. This needs to be changed. Let's fix that. Sorry, I just realised that this post is supposed to be spruce down like that, and so is this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Do the same on this side. 3, 4. And that side needs to do. Oh, I really should have thought about that. Let's back to full screen so I can see more clearly what I'm doing. I probably won't put the trapdoors on this side. I'll leave this wall free for me to put more barrels in. I've got a number of books that I've already traded and will be moving in here, and I may do that before I start allocating which sections they're going to. Owen says, I remember when you told me that it is possible to watch a stream without derailing it. I was challenging. Okay. I don't remember ever telling you that. I don't think you would believe me. Some things might seem plausible. That to you, probably not. If only I had a crafting table. Oh wait, I have 2. So the one I broke earlier I didn't need to do because trapdoors. 2. Start with 24. We'll see how that works. Maybe more than I technically need now. However, this corridor will be dug out at some point. So whilst this direction is for books, this direction is for armor stands. I plan on having a collection of armor stands of everyone that's joined me in the world. Already there's 6 or 7 people that have joined me in the world that I'd like to add to that room. And I'm hoping that number increases. At some point, I'll get Liara to join me, for example. And then I can have a Liara statue. It's what I've always wanted, ever since I was a small child. I was never a small child. But, you know. I was always a small adult. Nope, this one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And no spares hogging up my inventory. Oh, darn it. I should have known. When I placed that, I thought, oh, it was a bit close, so I might have placed it the wrong way around, but I think I'm good. I was wrong. So from here, go across like that. Same on this side. Then we got regular blocks. I'm not entirely sure what I did for the opening. I'll figure that out later. So that would be a full block. Goes diagonally. And Yep, that makes sense. I think. No, it doesn't. Darn it. That goes there and there. Full block goes there. That. Got it. And Okay, we're starting to make sense. It's worrying for me. Yeah, that's good. This goes up. In theory, underneath these 4 blocks, I need spruce fences, but I may leave that till later, and then lanterns hanging on the bottom of that. It might have been the 3-word ban stream. Oh, that one. That was particularly annoying. Don't ever do that again. Ever. Right, so here would be a slab there, there, and here. I'm pretty sure this goes all the way to there. And this one would be here. Does mean everything needs digging out to at least this height. A little bit more in the middle. Milo, welcome in. Good to see you. How you doing? Ooh, we put that there. So I think it's just these outside blocks that need to be like this. I think everything else needs to be dug up one more. But at least one, so I'll do that first. Then I may just pillar up in the middle and see what I can reach. Should be able to do it all. Hopefully. And whilst part of me wants to do the ceiling for this, the floor for this, the floor for that, and go, yeah, the opening is now done, I don't want to do that because I want to delay the satisfaction and kind of get a feel for it all at once, rather than do this and then go, that's great, I feel like I've finished it, and then go, oh. So, chill. Just super hot. That is an experience that in the UK is not a thing right now. We've had a spate of cooler weather. Give me one moment. So I went to check on my 3D printer. Just making sure it's fine, it's not causing an issue with itself. It should, in theory, catch any issue it has, but confidence, you know, I don't have that. I never have. Just... That feels good. Everything else needs to be replaced with spruce. Which printer are you using? I bought myself a Bamboo Labs P2S. It arrived at the weekend, and I've been playing with it for nearly a week. How many things have I printed with it? A good number. And for a while beforehand, I did build up a list, so I probably have enough stuff to keep me printing for a while. Including some Christmas presents, which helps justify the expense, I think. There are several things I would like to get for myself, but I kind of need to hold off. I've spent enough for now. I approve we have a Bamboo X1 carbon. Okay. Yeah, so the P2S is very, very close to the X1. In many ways, the P2 is taking its slot. The gap between the P2 and the X1 is so small that it's hard to justify the extra expense. The X1 will probably be replaced soon with an X2. But your X1 is technically better than mine. But with the way prices are at the moment, it doesn't justify the extra expense for the X1. P2's too good a value. I did consider getting a P1S because they are on special, but I figured if I'm buying one, I want to buy it and use it a lot and use it for a number of years. It makes sense to buy the one with the longer support. And the extra features it has are very nice to have. Even just as simple as the quick change for the nozzle. But yeah, my list of things I would like to get includes I don't have an AMS. I could have ordered a combo with an AMS, but A, that's a lot more that I don't really need right now, and B, it was on back order for like another month a bit, and there's things I need to print out before then. We were careful to get the package with the MS1 on a sale, but yes, it's expensive. Yeah, it's on sale now, but I just can't justify spending it. Well, it says it's summer. Don't like I have 2 fans on me. Oh, Milo, are you in Australia? No. See, I had in my head that you were in America. And now I'm questioning everything. Why did I think that? I don't recall ever having the conversation. I think I just made an assumption. But yeah, an AMS, I would like a 0.2 nozzle. And that's kind of it at the moment. That's all I really want. Oath! Welcome in, wish you well. If I could tell you, it won't come true. Okay. I'm a little bit worried about this, but sure, it gives me an opportunity to show off. We've had loads of people come in. So I can use this opportunity to throw a diamond away. Oh, before I do this with the wrong pick. Taking this with me, just in case. Welcome in, Oath. If anyone isn't familiar with Oath, you really should be. She's awesome. She's a hoot. She's like that crazy auntie that you have come round for Thanksgiving and everyone goes, oh, that's the best part of Thanksgiving. They just say it how it is. Milo, congratulations on finishing your exams. I know you've had a lot of exams and it's been stressful. So I'm glad you're through it. No, close to Australia. I mean, South Africa. Ah, okay. It's all making sense now. See, my brain went, I'd be really surprised if you're in Australia, because Australia time right now is... So I don't get many viewers from Australia, even the ones I do have. So Warbear does come in and grace us, but it's not convenient for Australia. Right, diamond goes in because Oath has deemed it. We'll zip over to the bank because I can. 21, okay. I have to race, otherwise, you know, the diamond that comes through that bit, I don't get to see it, and I like seeing it. There it is! 22! Great, now I got that song. Thanks for that earworm. Thank you, O, for the very expensive channel point redemption. 10,000 channel points, which means Oath has spent a lot of time supporting me. Bring books. I haven't got books here. They're over that way. I'm not over that way. I'm over here. But I appreciate the heads up. And I'm realistically going to make this trip many times over. So from my my main storage to this bit. Oh snap! There's no time limit on this. Nope, there isn't. It's 10,000 channel points. Although there isn't a requirement that says that I have to do it straight away. But I will. Mostly because I don't trust my memory. I've still got 56 times in there, it's fine. Aren't you glad I'm not skizzled? How I do it. Sounds better. Ding, 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 ding. I'm so pleased with myself when I played with note blocks for the first time for this project. Ron says, so I would only be awake for your streams about half the year because they're quite early my time. Ron, are you in Australia? No. Oh, there is a max per stream. Per person? I think so. I don't think there's a max per person globally. Oath, how many channel points do you have? Do I need to worry about this? I mean, I have diamonds spare. Don't get me wrong. I have a mountain of them outside. That's none of your business. I think you'll find it is my business. I need to know what the currency of the market is. I'm also pausing for a moment because I made tea 2.5 hours ago and I haven't drunk it. And it's tea. It's made to be drunk. Not made to be ignored. Both might be made to be ignored. I'm also travelling to where I need to be. I'm just travelling sideways. Which I'm sure won't go wrong. I told you I lurk a lot. I know. Yes, Aussie. And it's not quite 8 AM. Coffee just kicking in. How? Ron, do you mind me being incredibly nosy and asking what your typical schedule is? Because to be awake for an 8 AM stream, a big ass. This is why I'm awake for the hour streams. Okay, that makes sense. I'm also awake for the hour streams, but only just. Because the fact that you have managed to come in at 8 in the morning is quite a big deal. It's early. Most people don't watch streams at 8 in the morning. Frankly, I don't deserve viewers from Australia because I'm very inconsiderate. I don't stream at the right times. I should mix it around more. What time would suit you? Just asking because, you know, occasionally when Mrs. Dragon is away and I go, well, I can stream at any time. I could try and target the I could become big down under. That sounds wrong. Becoming big down unders does sound very wrong. I take that one back. Okay, says it's 10 AM for me, but I'm sure up and on stream at 7:30. Fair point. I think we're all different as well. I will wake up early because being self-employed and having been self-employed for enough years, once I start to wake up, I go, well, I might as well get up and start working because the sooner I wake up, the sooner I get the work done, and then the sooner I can do the things I want to do. So if I go to my office and do some work, in worst case scenario, I go, oh, I've done all the work that I needed to do. Guess what? I have a cup of tea. I can open up Minecraft if I want. I got invited to a end of year pool party thing. Ooh. I mean, when it's heat of summer, that sounds like a good thing. It's 10:38. Wow. Sounds wrong or sounds oh so right. Giggity, giggity, giggity. Do I have the button for the... Would someone try a giggity command if you're subscribed? Exclamation mark Giggity? Giggity? I think that's how you spell it. Get up at 6 AM to get my child, and I'm ready for school and work. Okay. Yeah, that's... See, I wake up at 6 AM because I end up driving Mrs. Dragon places. She gets the train. Oh. Maybe I'm misremembering how it's... Oh, that's the one. Giggity. Thank you. T-I-double-G. Thank you. Yes, that's what I meant. Giggity. Do I? So, a long time ago, a lovely, who hasn't been around for a while, I think she hasn't really been on Twitch, to be honest, but she asked for a giggity. Oh, I have a button. I found. I do have a giggity button. She asked for me to do one, so I did one.
Giggity, giggity, giggity. All right.
But it was a different example that I copied, clearly. So many buttons. So the problem is I have a lot of buttons that I don't often use. When I first started streaming, I set up a number of them, and then I go, most of me, I'm covered by my first page. Hang on. Let me go from full screen. Close that search. No one needs to see that I was looking up dogs. I mean, how embarrassing. Ugh. Having to search on what a freezes. Right, what was I doing? Oh yeah, touch bottle. So this is what I use. It's very similar to a Stream Deck, but it's Touch Portal, it's free, although I have a paid version. So with the free version, you are limited to how many buttons you can have on a page. I have a paid version, like $7, and it's a lifetime thing. But this is my home screen of buttons. I know that this is not right because this is just my other game, and I just haven't changed it since I last played Fall Guys because I don't need to. But those are my normal buttons I use, and then there's extra more sounds under sounds, funny enough. So I have these, and most of them don't get used. Oh my. Yes. George Takei. Hence this one. See? I don't know where it is. Although that might be my version. I can't remember. But yeah, there are some that get used and some that don't. It's like Happy Birthday gets used. Choo Choo gets used, but other ones are going, they're just sitting there. Is that Whitefire? Yeah.
Just don't die. Easy peasy.
It's a bit of advice I use regularly when I play hardcore. Doesn't everyone use Whitefire for this? He's my voice of sanity in my ears when I need it. Where I go, oh, this could be dangerous.
Just don't die.
Okay,
Easy
okay.
peasy.
Easy peasy. I only have like 4 voice clips there that I use regularly. Well, not regularly. I use occasionally. I have Jeff.
Oh, ooh, ooh! This is cool stuff.
Whitefire and I used to play on 240 way in another lifetime. I know. I spoke to Whitefire about it. He was such a hero. He's a lovely guy. There's Boz
Oh! Holy moly!
and Tab.
Oh my god, it's so beautiful. That's
I mean, he still is.
it's
Oh yeah.
perfect.
Oh.
Sorry, Boz's one is still going. Anyway, back to Minecraft. I got distracted. But yeah, I have some buttons I use regularly. So I use my T one. But how often do I use a red alert sound? I don't. It just doesn't happen. I could, but I don't. Right, I'm distracted. I would go nuts on all those buttons. I mean, you can stack them. It's particularly good when you go, I did something good, and you can stack the applause and the it's the same thing, just being played multiple times on top of each other. It makes it more impressive. It's like, oh, that crowd really loves me. Listen how loud they are. There's so much cheers. Don't tell hot dish. That is loud. Sorry. But you know, I needed the big cheers. I'm still trying to drink tea. I'm halfway through the mug. I've been drinking this for the last 15 minutes. Feed the ego. I don't have an ego. What you're forgetting is I have no confidence. I am the person that goes live every time and go, why would anyone turn up for my streams? And then I'm always pleasantly surprised when someone turns up, often Awinge first and claiming first. And I go, oh, streaming is perfect. I love streaming. And I think for me, I'm happy as long as I have one viewer, but I always worry about whether one viewer will turn up. Mrs. Dragon, much better with advice. Yes, she says things like, don't die who'd reach the top shelf. You know, oh, I know I'm loved. I know she loves me more than that. At least I hope she does. Right, I'm stopping. I'm drinking my tea. Otherwise, at this rate, I'll finish streaming before I finish my tea. What takes longer, a stream or drinking a cup? In my defence, my mug is quite big. It's 20 fluid ounces. It's chunky. Right, this bit is done. That bit needs the same, and I should be able to remember it. I'm going to grab more. Nope. Yes, that's the stuff. And unload this, that, and that. Change the pics out. Head down there, do some digging. You go live at a good time for me. I have the possibility to nick first, and it's hugely appreciated. Being going live for me, I've always stressed about, because I worry about what if no one turns up, and no one turning up makes it feel like it's pointless. One person turning up makes it feel right, worthwhile. Right, let's do the inside bits first. That helps. Oh. Alright. I'll have more slabs, please. And I'll have more spruce, please. Thank you. So over here we go block. Block. Block and block. That seems right. But yeah, so as soon as I get that one person in chat, suddenly everything loosens up and I feel more comfortable. But yeah, the stress whenever I hit go live is it's there. It's there and very noticeable. And then the relief when one person turns up again. Yep, I'm happy now. And to have the ability to go live and have more than one person turn up always just blows my socks off every time. Oh, thanks, Awitch. I have always had an acute awareness of how big the platform is and how significant it is that people turn up at all. There's, at any one time, there is how many people live? Tell you what, it's quite a lot. That goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Boop, boop. That one's already done. That one's already done. So from here, everything at that height comes out and gets replaced. I'm worried to show my friends my drawings because I told my friends my drawings are just sad, but it's a not my. Oh, I'm sorry. Do it. So I spent. This is going to be some real talk. Give me a moment. Let me pop torch up there before I forget. I spent most of my life avoiding certain social interactions and people because of the fear of what if it doesn't work? Or what if they don't like it? And after many years of doing that, I kind of realized that, do you know what's worse than the fear of what people might do if, in response to me sharing something, is never sharing it at all. Living in that realization of you don't know and you can't know because you never dared. The me from a long time ago would have never asked Mrs. Dragon to go on a date, and that would have meant I'd never meet the love of my life and marry her. The fact that I have is a testament to how I'm not the person I once was. I've grown in confidence a fair bit, but there's still angles of me that are a struggle, and I have to remind myself how to behave and what I want to be. And I don't want to be a recluse. There. I think. No, not there. I'll take that back. That comes out. I'll be in front. Got it. Yeah, I spent most of my life avoiding things, and then I realized that the worst thing is never trying in the first place. And living with the fact that you've probably missed out. So just do it. If you don't get a good reaction from them, then they are not deserving of you and your time. If they are decent people, even if your drawings were terrible, a decent person would respect that they mean something to you and be proud of you for what you've done, the effort involved. It's a big deal. And having someone share something that's intimately theirs should mean something to them. If it doesn't, then they're not worth you. And I know that's really easy for me to say, and it's harder in the instant. But I promise you it's true. That continues there. That was it. Like that. I mean, that all needs to come out anyway, so let's just do that. If people don't respond well, they're not good people. And it's more a reflection on them than it is you. And if they're not good people, they're not who you should be spending time with anyway. They don't. And I've learned that it's much better to realize who are the right people for you sooner, because it saves so much wasted time. If you're going to discover that they are not good people for you, it's so much better to do it within the first 2 days of meeting them than it is to do it after 10 years. Oh, I want that. Give it back. Just use that. Up here, slab goes like that. Across. That should be a full block. I can't place it. Full block? Full block, full block, full block. There's not a lot left to do to this ceiling, and it all just feels so good to have it done. Let's put the crafting table down. Did I place the crafting table somewhere? That's annoying. Yes, I did. Bye. Right. Yeah, that's good. Let's go with some spruce and some slabs. Slabby out. That. And drawn at that. Then everything else be full blocks. So I got 4 more slabs than I technically need right now. They'll get used up. Again, it's so liberating building with something that I have lots of. I've spent so long in this world where I go, I don't want to waste. I don't want to make more cobbled deep slate than not cobbled. Cut. Deep slate. Tough. Let's go with tough bricks. I don't want to make more tough bricks than I need because I only have a certain number of tough bricks. Or tough, more specifically. If I turn it into tough bricks, I can't turn it into the other variants of tough that I might need. We put the crafting table there! Blame Wither. Sure, we can blame Wither. Wither's not here. Just don't tell Wither I said that. Please. You want snow. Unfortunately, I can't do that for you. Very difficult. Boop, boop, boop. Oh. Short by not many. That may not even be enough. Oh, 1 off. And yes, I could place 2 slabs. I'm not going to do that. Let's take the cobbled out. Crafting table come with me, so I can't blame Wither when it's left here. Wither, Zach is blame you. Wither is elsewhere. I know where Wither is. Wither is not in chat. I have not done these sections. Part of me thinks it's probably an easy fix. It is an easy fix. Oh. I'm going to do that. Just this stuff. Which I can craft now because I have a crafting table. And that allows me... Oh, it doesn't, does it? I can't make... Oh, I could. Sorry, stonecutter's over there. Full screen. Give me... deep slate brick. There's probably some in here as well. Deep slate brick. And some in here. But this bit, offhand it, goes all the way up here. So it's not particularly complicated. And it just makes it feel done. There are no creepers in here, Darkswolf. There are no creepers in here. Perfectly safe. I've lit it up. It's sealed off from any caves. You're not making me jump like that. Not this time. See how much better that feels? Looks? Is? Even better with the hanging sea lanterns. Sea lanterns? Regular lanterns. Like that. Like that. Ignore the floor again. Don't need it right now. All of these bits need replacing. And it's one of those things that actually if you left that as regular deep slate, most people would probably never notice. However, it should be done right. This is my world I plan on being in for years to come. If I can't place a few deep slate bricks to finish off the build, what am I doing? Jen, welcome in. Oh, Jen, when you join me in this world, there'll be a corridor for you just over here, and it'll have your pretty face in it. But right now, book storage. This is from my enchanted books. It's completely unnecessary, but it has a sense of scale and grandeur that I like. Snow good, not yellow snow. No, don't eat yellow snow. Trust me, I know these things. I've many years on this earth, and I have experienced stuff, and I've learnt from these experiences. Don't eat yellow snow. I mean, I've heard about yellow snow. I haven't experienced it. What are you talking about? What kind of an idiot do you take me for? I wouldn't dare. I know what it is. But Jen needs her face. It'll be a copy of her face. But you're right, Jen does need her face. Some people can survive without a face because they've got a spare. Some people, not Jen. Ooh. And yes, I'm that determined to pick up the cobbled deep slate that was just sitting on the ground. Yeah, I need it now. Despite having plenty of deep slate, I'm still so used to grabbing every single bit because I didn't have any. Lemon snow. Ah, okay. Oh, lemon flavored. That's not what I thought it was. Didn't taste like lemon. I didn't think it was lemon. Yep. This is such a piddly thing. I try and balance out my builds because there are bits that you do that take 5 seconds and you can step back and go, wow, that feels so much better. And there are other things that you can do. You step back and go, looks the same. Replacing these blocks, basically unnoticeable. It's the brown bits in that concern me. Ew! Ew, why did you go there? Why? Right, give me 1 moment. Right, back in a sec. I like to live dangerously. When I started streaming, my phones warned me that I was low on battery. And rather than plug them in, I thought, it might be fine. It was not. The headphones died. It's okay, I've just plugged them in. And now they are on. There we go. I now have wired headphones that are wireless. Right, we got to here. We're going around. But yeah, I mix it up between the jobs that you notice and the jobs that you don't notice, so I don't spend too long doing little jobs that you don't feel a huge sense of joy and achievement from. Spread out the wins. Cases sprinkles. Yeah, sprinkles, but sprinkles of what? That's the problem. I still need to check all of the tough bricks back there. I know that some are done, some are not. And I suspect it was me that was doing them and got distracted. It may have been Impish. Either way, it's a quick check to walk around once. Make sure it's there. Ooh. I hate Artie's blindness. You see every wrong line and colour. What? I'm not sure what that means. Feel free to explain for my idiot brain. I mean, my very, very smart brain. I don't say that I'm an idiot. Not when Jen's around, because Jen will tell me off. Jen hates self-bullying, even if I don't mean it. Look at that, so much better. Just that little bit of missing blackstone made it feel broken and incomplete. See that? Wrong. That feels good. And Jen wouldn't like me at all. It depends. It's difficult because Jen, a lot of people do it out of a lack of confidence and belief in themselves, and you can never tell which it is, and it can be a mix of the two, of being funny and actually believing it. And I know Jen pushes me because she goes, I feel that, or she feels that I do it out of a lack of confidence. And she's not wrong. But the problem is sometimes I do it just because I think it's funny. Not because I believe it. But you can't tell very easily when someone says something, you don't know whether it's said in jest or said from the heart. It's not always possible to know. Right, there. We are at least halfway done, I think. Don't know. Jen told me off kindly for it once, unfortunately didn't help much. No, it's... I think if you have any kind of self-deprecating humour, regardless of how much you believe it, what you say to be true, or how much you know it to not be, it's part of who you are, how you talk, and it's very difficult to unlearn that. It's something that's very, very much hardwired into you, regardless of what the reasoning for you using that language is. It's fundamentally part of how you talk. And as a streamer, you are spending so much of your brain in different parts. So part of my brain is thinking about what I'm doing, part of my brain is thinking about what I could talk about later on in the stream, when I want to wrap it up, who's in chat, what they're saying, if I've ignored anyone. There's so many different plates spinning in my head. When it comes to just chatting and filling in the space so you don't have dead air, you have to rely on letting your default behavior and terminology come through, because whilst you can stream as a different person, meaning you can put on a character for stream, it does take a lot of focus and energy, and it's difficult to do that whilst maintaining the ability to do other things. everyone has a finite amount of brainwaves they can spend, and if you are spending them on being a character, you can't spend them on understanding chat. There's too many things. You have to choose where you're putting your skill points. So my self-deprecating humor comes out naturally without really thinking about it. I am short on bricks. I do kind of want to rip out this extra block. Because no one could see it, and by having it there, if I ever end up digging around and I see that, I'll think that I can't dig it out. Let's go grab some more deep slate bricks. Again, I struggle with the names of the different blocks because I don't need to remember the names of them when I'm using them. Just use them. It's only when streaming I have to say what I'm using. Like those of us whose working memory doesn't work. Fair? I had got round to here, I think. Oh. Maybe I had got to this point. Oh, of course, I got to here and then I did the other ones first. Got it! Now I remember. I don't know why I put them in my hand. I could have got rid of that one first. Without doing that, just press an extra button for no reason. No. Oh. 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 This is all done. Nice! Oh, I mean, the junction sections, like this one here, that one over there, and the one at the end, are not done yet, but it's feeling good. Milo says, artist blindness is when someone sees your drawings and they say it looks good, but you, the artist, see every mistake. Right. See, that is something that I think extends to far more things than just art. But, I mean, even Minecraft builds, for example, people will come into my builds and go, oh, that looks really good. I never would have thought of that. And I'm looking and going, yes, but I'm used to the magnificent part of it. And therefore, all I'm seeing is the bits I haven't done yet or the bits I'd like to improve. So if people came in and went, oh, this looks good. I go, yeah, but I'm aware that it feels very dark on the roof. But you have to be more critical of your things in order to work on them. If you are positive about your stuff, you never improve. Whereas other people's stuff, what's the benefit of being critical of theirs unless they're asking you to? There's no real benefit to. Whereas yours is a way of internalizing, how do I want to improve? So as an artist, if you draw something and you look at it and go, how can I make it better? You then see the ways that you want to do the next piece. So you're now aware of the flaws of this piece because it doesn't have the benefits that the future piece will have. I think I'm wording that how I want to word it, but could probably be better. Put over here. I want to move this stuff onto the wall just so I've got space to work on, and I know I want to block that bit off. However, that wall, I want to make it look like it was a tunnel that's caved in. So I'll need to add a lot of texture. I've done it in creative already, to a point. That. See if I can find a screenshot that shows it a bit. Kind of. Let's take as much of this out that I do not need or want, so I get space. That. my first thing, I'm going to do this in all four corners, so I remember. Sometimes I like to do one full area first and then duplicate it, but I'm just doing one block at the moment. We had that. I need tough. That chiseled, just yeah, chiseled tough bricks. Me sweepy, me sweepy. I like that. That's cute. Milo, go to sleep, please. Look after yourself. I will be streaming again tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. So there's plenty more opportunity, and I really, really appreciate you spending time here in chat. Thank you for sharing your day with me. Right, this should be... Yep, that's the one. That is relatively straightforward. Then from here, go little V. Oh, it's a diamond. Diamond shape. Not a diamond block, obviously. Next. I have more of these. In one from that. And there. And yes, I could have just designed this in survival, but I played around with it in creative. I went, I really like that, so I'm sticking with it. I'm not entirely sure of the next bit, so I'm going to get distracted with something else that I do know. That block, that block, that block, and that block will be stripped warp. Yeah, that makes sense. Like how so. I need, I think, tough stairs. Which I have tough in here. No, old dragon, say hi to Mrs. Dragon for me. Will do. So, polished tough stairs. I didn't use many of these in the build. I did, okay. I need much more tough. Go with that. So I've got 3, 6, 12, 24. Another one. Plus 4, 28. That into polished tough stairs. So from my screenshot, I hadn't quite figured out that between here and here I've used polished tough stairs. Go with my offhand. So that goes across, across, across. Don't think I've used... Oh, I have used polished stuff. I forgot this was polished tough and not polished stairs. Tough stairs, whatever it's called. I'll remember soon enough because I've got to make some. That. Ah, and I've still got 4 left, which is perfect to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That. This bit in here should be tough brick stairs. Let's see, do I have some pre-made? I do. So 2, 4, 5. I need 20. Let's turn those in. That. Don't think we're going to have any issues with things connecting the wrong way, hopefully. I won't. We'll be good. So we have stair there, stair there, stair there, stair there, stair there. Looking good. Even if I do say so myself. Which is acceptable. I'm allowed to toot my own horn. I like it. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't be building it. Then this gets ripped out because in its place is supposed to be a diamond block, which I may regret putting in as a design thing, but it looks right. I have now got a cat on my desk, and I can't see all of my screen. There is a tail in the way. Jasmine, you're not so, you don't normally sit on my desk. Could you please off your pop? Thank you. I went to move my head, forgot that I was tethered. Okay. I know this is incomplete. I've still got this bit to do. But this is now done. And I am happy with it. So happy. There's fences to go in the corners. There's chains and stuff to go from the ceiling with lanterns. I need to do this 2 more times over that way. But this feels so good. Look, the tunnels are in. Sorry, I'm feeling quite pleased with myself. And rightly so. It's fantastic. It's great. Do I need to do this bit right now? Was I going to wrap up? Yes, I was. Am I going to now? Still no. Rightly so. Thank you, Teal. Means a lot. It really, really does. I am very fortunate to know so many incredibly talented Minecrafters. And in many ways, knowing them makes me want to go, maybe I shouldn't do that. And that diamond block is a flex indeed. It is, but I'm only using it in the junction, so there's only 3 in here. The collaboration corridor will be using more, because I'm using 1 diamond per player that's joined me. Oh, gone the wrong way. Let's grab sea lanterns. Oh, I've got enough sea lanterns. So satisfying that I don't have to go kill guardians, because that would be a little bit of an annoyance. So those go in. Then I'm going to head over here because I do not have everything I need. But I do have those blocks, so I'm placing them now. Yeah. Then we do 1 in from each of these. Pick up my free block. So stairs go across here, and then stairs go across, round up like that. And then it's stairs go around here, should be this one. This one, and this one. We have the stem, so I'm going to place it. Actually, I have more than I thought. I didn't think I brought the just a deep slate with me. Let's do that. I knew I was short on tough, or at least the right tough, and I don't have the stone cutters over there. I didn't realise I had deep slate with me. See, even just that makes it so much better. And then this block here gets switched out with that. Nope. There. Wait, break. Strip, strip, strip. It's all just for the viewers, that's why I do it. It's just stripping for the viewers. It works, right? You can all tell that secretly at the other end of this microphone, I am standing here butt naked. I'm not. I'm not. It's a joke. I'm never going to finish that sentence. Someone would clip it. So we have stairs to go in there. I can count those up before I come over, and same with those. Do the duff. Just the butt is naked. Yep, just. Nothing else. Just that. Thank you, Kay. He's wearing a shirt and a tie, I'll have you know. I am civilized. That was a joke. I'm not wearing a tie. Not saying anything else, though. I was expecting to wrap up, to be honest. But now I've realised how close I am to finishing the floor in this section and that section. I want to get it done. And understandably so. Look at it. It's just so quick and easy. It's so close. Offhand. Break. So that's everything except for the tough. In this weather, a huge snow. It is a bit cold. I do not need any more chiseled. Put that away. I do need my rockets at some point. Oh. Okay, I have more tough. So I need 3, 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 28. 56. Ah! Like that. Throw those in. 56 of the polished tough stairs. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10, 20, 40. 40 of tough brick stairs. And then I didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. We surprisingly don't have much snow yet, but a storm is coming tomorrow. So in the UK, we end up with more snow, I think, in February than we end up in December. I think February is kind of the peak of it. Do you think end of December, start of January? But nope. Pretty sure February's the snowiest month, but it could be March. Or I would not be surprised if someone said it's March, actually. Someone would say that, and I go, yeah, I suppose that sounds about right. Take out all of the remaining blocks, and then I'll do all the stairs. Sorry, Teal says I'm in the Midwest of the US, and we usually get snow November to February. We actually had snow briefly last week. Hey! No clawing the furniture, Jasmine. Stop it. I would throw something at you if I could, but I have nothing available to throw. And I can't quite reach her because I'm tethered! Don't like being tethered. Okay, 1 second. Wanting to play. I was dancing my fingers and she was attacking them. She's very gentle when she plays. She's all paws, no claws. Right, first step. Polished upstairs. We'll do that on the outside. I had 56. So in theory, when I finish this bit, I should have 48 for the next section. In theory. That. Ah! One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 56, so yeah, that's right. 28 left. One of these in the middle. And then tough bricks, stairs. I like using the stairs in this way just because it gives me a little bit of a variety of depth in the floor. It's flat for walking on. It just adds a bit more texture and colour. I like it. Right. Section done. Final one. And then we are sort of done with the floor. I have a funny feeling that this has got a hole underneath some of it. So I need to be careful not to fall down. Oh, there we go. Thank you. As soon as I said that, I started thinking, what if I break all of these blocks and none of them are floating? And then I'll just look like I've been extra cautious for no reason. I told you it was dangerous. That's great. I like that effect too. Thank you. Snow is something you should visit. It shouldn't visit you. So in the UK, I would describe most people's attitude towards snow as wait, I forgot the word, which is ironic, and you'll find out why in a moment. Amnesia causing. Snow causes amnesia. I say this because everyone I speak to goes, "Ah, snow, it's so lovely." For about 4 hours. It starts snowing, people go, "Oh, it's so beautiful, I'm so happy." And then 3.5 hours later, they go, "Oh, it's a bit annoying, this snow, isn't it?" When will the snow melt? People are all excited when it snows, but then very quickly remember that it means that everyone forgets how to drive. And everything is delayed. So people quickly go, "No, I don't want it anymore." But as soon as the snow's gone, people go, "Oh, wasn't that snow lovely? It was so pretty. I miss the snow." Yeah. The moment it's back. I hate snow. It's yep, just how people are. I'm gonna leave. No, I'm not. I can come out. I shouldn't need any torches in here. This is lit enough. Realistically, over here, I will want a little bit more lighting. So let's do torch in there and there. Eventually, if it gets opened up, we'd have more lighting back here, and there should be something hanging down, but we'll deal with that later. For now, that hides some light, and we are sort of done. I may just do a tough wall back here, or I may add some texture. I haven't decided. That is for later. Very, very nice finishing touch, but I've got one there, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them to do, and I haven't decided what I'm doing, so we'll leave it for now. We are pretty good here. There's more to do, but I don't have the resources on me. I need to make soul lanterns to hang. I think it's in line with every spruce, and it should be one in the middle as well. But I don't have the rails, nor the soul torches. Soul lanterns. Oh. Hang on. No. I was thinking, do I want to use the copper lanterns? I don't. The copper lanterns, when fully... The copper lanterns can have the right colour to the exterior, but I don't want green lights. I'd rather have the blue lights of the soul lanterns. I considered it. There, you heard me. For a moment, I considered it, and then I went, nah, I'm alright. Right, we are going to wrap up. I'm going to find someone to raid over to. Thank you so much for your amazing company today, everyone. If you are new to the stream and you would consider consider giving me a follow. That would be hugely appreciated. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow when I'm streaming. In the meantime, let's find someone cool to raid over to. Oh. So, I've ended up viewing my own stream. Oh! I know why. It's like I can't remember whether I left myself lurking in Slice. I must have. Yeah. Because I have a tab open with my own stream. I certainly didn't open my own stream. And I have another one for Zombie Cleo. Makes me think someone else I was watching then raided Zombie Cleo? Or raided someone who raided Zombie Cleo whilst I've been live. Normally it's just one connection, not two. Oh! Could do. Give me a second. Just choosing someone to raid over to. Sure, let's go Slack. Slack is alright, I suppose. I'm assuming he's on Slackville. I think. Anyway, I'll send you over. If you could be awesome and say hello to Slack for me, that would be hugely appreciated. I do have a raid message. Let me generate it in a second. Let's do a /raid first so it can start counting down, and then I do a raid call. And yes, I have to roll my R's because it feels right. The raid message looks better if you have my emotes, if you want to copy that whole thing. If you don't have my emotes, feel free to just copy the text without the hype and the T emotes. And if you want to put your own in there, that'd be cool too. Anyway, thank you very much for your company. I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Ooh, ow, one moment. Oh. Sorry, I had a button I had to press quickly. And as I stood up, I realised, oh, I'm still tethered. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. You've been amazing. I'm so lucky. Bye. I'm going to click the raid now button. I normally wait for it to... Nah, no, I won't. So whenever I do a raid, this Twitch automatically gives you a countdown for when the raid goes through. Sometimes I let that counter tick down. Sometimes I click raid now to hurry it along. Normally it's better to leave it as long as possible because it gives everyone a chance to copy the raid message if they wish to. And it means I get a few more seconds to annoy you and say something profound and interesting. Yorkshire puddings are amazing. Yep, that's what I'm leaving you with. Only about 90 seconds. It's not that long.